see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to your late show. It is Tuesday? Tuesday already. Why does it feel more like Friday than Tuesday? Is that just wishful thinking? I don't know. Anyway, it's lovely to have your company. My name's Derek, here at Jewellery Maker. For the next 4 hours, we're going to have lots and lots of fun. We've got lots and lots of goodies. And let me tell you, I've been all the way to the top today. All the way to the top and back again. Because I've read on the old internet today, because I was keeping track of what you're saying on our Facebook page and everything else, that you would quite like some coloured wire, but without the kit. Thank you very much. So that's what we have made happen today. We have got this beautiful, beautiful sea green and gorgeous, what do we call, lilac, the other wire. We've got 40 metres in a bundle for you, which is great. So let me just run you through it very, very quickly. You have got 10 metres of 0.4 of your fabulous sea green. You've got 10 metres of your 0.8 in this lovely lilac. You have got 10 metres of 0.8 in your sea green and 10 metres in your 1mm gauge in your violet. That is coming up in a bundle at the end of the hour. In fact, we can be ordering that right now on pre-order. Let me give you said code. It is BWGC77, BWGC77, BWGC77. We've all got it now. Good. Marvellous. Let me show you what else is coming up as a star buy in this hour. I will when it's had its picture taken. It's having its picture taken at the moment. What I have also got to show you as well is show you some beautiful Cali beads that are coming up at 7 o'clock. Now these are, you know, Super Geos have 2 holes. Well, Cali beads have 3 holes, which is very exciting for me as a new sea beader, let me tell you. And these are coming up for you at 7 o'clock. You've got gold, amber, crystal black, apricot and violet Cali beads all the way from somewhere unpronounceable, and they are coming your way at 7 o'clock. We've got so much more besides that as well. So shall we get started? Oh no, actually before we get started, sorry, how selfish of me. It's not just me here. I have our own Mary Portas, our own business guru, our own Lady Sugar. Here she is, it's Angela Edwards.
Hello,
hey Angela.
Hi.
Welcome,
Hi.
welcome. Have you been in here since the new setup?
I have, yeah, I was in here last week. It's lovely.
It's nice, isn't it? We like it. We love it. So what are you up to tonight, Mrs?
Well, I've got a bit of wire, a bit of Swarovski crystals.
Yeah, and a bit of sage advice.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Always.
So, you want to make your way to your first million via your jewellery making, then Angela is the one to talk to. Right, let's start off with some flutterbys. Oh, these are lovely. So we're going to have a little bit of sterling silver, are we, to get started? These are really, really sweet. Oh, and actually, just a very little jaunty connector on one side. Love you, Sam. Exactly. Start as you mean to go on. This is not like work, is it? It's like a 4-hour coffee break. I'm loving it. If you want to get in touch with us tonight, of course you can. Please do. 60777, as always, is your text number. Standard message rates apply. Make sure you put your first word as JM Studio. What are you working on at the moment? I'd love to know. I am amidst my wirework Christmas tree. It's going well, actually. It's on my Facebook page if you want to have a little look at it. Work in progress. Plus the make-alongs that I did with Laura on the Sunday night's late show. Where everyone else was watching something else. I know, but Laura and I were here making along together. I've made a bracelet. I took it out into the garden and took a sexy arty shot of it in the sunshine on my stone wall with some ivy in the background. Yeah. I'll try and get you the picture, shall I? Are you able to get it off the doodah, Becky? Have you have a look on my Facebook page? You can see a picture of my creation. Isn't it funny, Angela, that people that get started jewellery making, because that's me at the moment, when you make your first couple of pieces, oh my word, is that a proud moment?
Oh yeah, definitely. And even more so when people comment and they give you all that, you know, all of that stuff. Can't believe you've made that. That's amazing.
People
all
are
of that,
so kind.
It's lovely.
People are really, really kind, because, I mean, I'm just getting started, but people have been so, so kind. All right, let me show you these butterflies. Do you know what that will add to your piece? And again, you've got one connector on one side there. So if you're setting this on a chain, it will sit at a slightly jaunty angle. But you could also work it into a wirework brooch as well, couldn't you? As a centerpiece, maybe a nice seed bead flower behind it. In fact, let me just, can I just pop that down, Ben, for a second? I'm just going to run off, but only very, very quickly, for literally 3 seconds. So stay right where you are, because I think I've got up on our scenery here. I think here is a Jill. I think this is a Jill Hunter flower. But imagine if you're adding some butterflies to a seed bead flower. Oh my word! And I don't know whether that necklace would be on one of the online crafting selling websites for 100, 150 pounds. I don't know how much it would be, probably more than that given the time I know it takes to seed bead. But just adding that extra little sterling silver element, doesn't that look beautiful? £6.95 and you get 3 of these fluttering beauties. which are just gorgeous, aren't they? You see, they're very, very shimmering. I've got it flying around as if it were real for some unknown reason, because that's what butterflies do, isn't it? So $6.95, and you can have 3 of these fabulous sterling silver butterflies. That's very nice. Have you got my bracelet? Oh, wow, thank you, team. There it is, yes,
wow.
that's the bracelet. So I made along with Laura on Sunday night, and I fell behind in the demo, so I thought, right, I'm going to take it all home. And she gave me the one that she made on the show, and I made it, put it on my stone wall in my garden with the ivy in the background, in the sunshine, on a piece of opal rough there. I mean, if I put that, if I was going to sell that, Angela, I mean, that's just wire work and tiger's eye beads. What do you think my price should be for something like that?
At least £20–25. But I was going to say, that's very impressive for a first go. I
am super impressed.
And I love the photography as well.
I know,
that's brilliant, isn't it?
And that's half the battle, isn't it, as well? Marketing is so important, isn't it? If I just took a picture of that on a mat or something like that, it just wouldn't look the same, would it, at all? And wouldn't have the same kind of aspirational value. But that's one of my first makes. That's the first bracelet I've ever made, and I loved making it, and it's beautiful. Right, yes, I saw this on Sunday night, actually, Becky, this charm. We called it a little Beauty and the Beast, I think, didn't we? We sort of gave it that little essence of characteristic to it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, not this one. Sorry. We are bringing that one to you. Wreath. Oh yes, show me what you've... I'm not sure if I've got that, actually, to be honest. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, hang on. No, that's spiders. No, haven't got that yet. Sorry, we'll come back to that. Should we do this one instead, then? Let's do this one. Ignore those. Sorry. We'll look at this instead. It is in sterling silver, and can you see it's been enamelled in the red and the green there? Now, somebody bought me, actually it was a member of my family, bought me a book on enamelling. And I have to say, I think to be able to enamel, you need a lot of kit, don't you? You need a lot of kit. And it sounds quite an involved process. So I think that's maybe advanced jewellery making. What do you know about enamelling, Angela?
Not a great deal.
No, I don't really.
But I know that you can get some really great effects, but you could get a similar effect with our enamels.
Yes.
Not the enamels, with our resins.
Yes.
Because we have the coloured resins as well, so you can sort of continue embellishing that if you wanted to. Because
enamelling is all about having almost like bezeled recesses, isn't it, and then flooding them, and that's how you do the enamelling. It's the same kind of principle as kind of cerulooning or something like that, isn't it? But this is beautiful. It's already made. You just pop that onto a chain, onto a thingy, jump ring, technical term for jump ring. And away you go. And it is quite sizable, actually. Could be a little Christmassy. Could be a last-minute Christmas gift. You know, on a nice bracelet chain, maybe. Maybe onto some chainmail. You know, a centerpiece for a chainmail bracelet, maybe. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, it looks quite 3D as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got that depth to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, but you know, even just like, you know, with a jump ring and then say a pearl or say even a ruby gemstone, and then suspended on a chain, that would look really lovely. Yeah. Or get 2 and make earrings, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, and if you wanted to as well, let's just bring in, where are they? Let's just bring in, really need a second set of tweezers here, but you could work your butterfly into that design in some way as well. So if you've got the butterflies just now, you could have like a little botanical garden feeling going on, couldn't you? Very, very nice indeed. Right, let's get your price on screen then, shall we? Give the gift of handmade is what today is all about, and I think it's, you know, that's because of that bracelet, by the way, that I showed you the picture of. That's going to someone in the family. I'm that proud of it. Because you know when you think, your first few makes, you kind of think, oh no, I'll just keep that to myself. Like, I'm a bit embarrassed. It's probably not very good. But actually, straight away, I looked at it and I thought, without being at all, you know, cocksure or anything, I kind of thought, actually, that does look very nice.
It does look very impressive.
And it was only a very, very simple technique that I made along with Laura. I added more beads than I actually think she did on hers. So I just went crazy with the old tiger's eye. But Love it. I really enjoyed making it. It's becoming a hobby, let me tell you. All of my kit and my materials and my wire and my seed beads and everything else, it's all there. In fact, I'm causing a little bit of a stir at home for the amount of time that I'm spending doing all of these things. Yeah, it's starting to be a major distraction. It's better than having a phone in your hand, though, I always say. £5.95. Well done, Angela, and well done, Zoe, as well. Congratulations. Right, what shall we do next? Tourmaline, Tourmaline, Tourmaline. You must be down here somewhere. Tourmaline. Ooh. Which colour are they? Oh, that'll be this one then. Here they are, hiding. Little monkeys. Come on then. Now then, I'm talking to gemstones now. That's what happens. You talk to your seed beads, you talk to your gemstones. That's how it goes. So just be prepared for that if you're starting in jewellery making. You know, make sure everyone's out, because you will be talking to your gemstones and seed beads. Just happens. Actually, it's quite good. When you're doing peyote in seed beading, I actually find it quite therapeutic and quite a nice guide to actually say to myself, skip a bead, through a bead, all of that. You say it to yourself out loud. And it feels a little bit strange, but it keeps you in the rhythm. Yeah, doesn't
definitely.
I mean, I was a little bit strange before I started making jewellery, so, you know, this is nothing unusual for me. This is lovely, isn't it? Beautiful sort of sherbety colours going through this. I've wrapped the strand so you can see all sort of 3 bits of it. So you can see lots and lots of greens and pinks and gorgeous sort of raspberry mousse colours in there. Very, very, very popular gemstone family, let me tell you. Of course, Peridot and indicolite tourmaline you would have heard of. You know that they are some of the most prized and treasured gemstones on the planet. And again, this is exactly, I mean, I used to sell, funnily enough, weirdly, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would have been selling a 4 or 5 carat green tourmaline gem quality loose stone for around about the £400 or £500 mark. So to access this gemstone now in lots of different colours is amazing for an amazing price tag. It is going to be a good one, this one as well. I mean, really, this means that you can multi-buy the strand and create something spectacular. Because if you're thinking simply restranding something like this and how gorgeous that would look, or you could, you know, you could change the order. What we've done is given you a nice multicoloured strand, but you can pick out the matching colours here and use those together in a bracelet maybe, or some earrings. I mean, the world is your lobster, really, isn't it? It's gorgeous quality as well. Really nice, rich gemstones. I think that's sometimes that's some of the most important things. And not a lot of people have heard of tourmaline, Angela, either.
Well, okay, I thought it was.
Well, I don't think it's widely known in the big wide world. I think us in the gemstone bubble, I think we know tourmaline, but I think actually if you go to sort of jewellery fairs and craft fairs and things like that, and if you said tourmaline jewellery, I think people would, I don't know, not necessarily know exactly. So if you know a little bit about the gemstone, then actually you can say, well, actually, the reason you haven't heard of it, it's not in the jewellers, is because it is actually quite unusual, you know, and quite rare, which is fabulous. And get your authenticity certificate as well for an extra 25p, because if you are, you know, at your craft fair or anything, having that further relationship with your jewellery, knowing it, knowing the gemstones and saying, look, here's the country these gemstones come from, I actually think that's quite I don't know, I think that's quite nice. I think that's quite a confidence boost for you as a seller, quite apart from the buyer having that reassurance, oh, these are genuine gemstones. They're not just coloured this, that and the other, or plastic beads or pebbles off the beach or whatever. Do you know what I mean? They are something tangible. Well done. Right, let's go. Oh, one of my favourites. I know exactly the one straight away, and it's a mega strand of. See, these are the kind of things that I love, 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 love. And I need to get some strands like this and work them into my seed bead creations. In fact, these would go very, very nicely on my wirework Christmas tree that I'm working on at the moment, which I love. And they are mystic coated black spinel, but micro-faceted. So they are the small 2x1s up to 3x2s, and they are just perfect. If you want to channel set these, you know, get some lovely, if you wanted to make a simple wirework band ring, where you join the two sides of the band at the back of the ring so you don't see it from the front, and then infill with something like this. Ooh! Sorry, I'm feeling very, very creative today. The whole of my day off yesterday, seriously, I'm sat at my dining room table making stuff, and I loved it. That's where it should be. That's where it should be. But Becky's going to do something a little bit amazing. Great for Christmas. It's not too late to make for Christmas either, is it, Angela?
No, definitely
Never
not.
too late.
No, not at all.
I'm loving. I've come a bit late to the party. I realise this, but I'm loving making my Christmas things. I'm going to make more as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's always somebody that you've forgotten, or somebody who invites you to a party last minute. Yeah. You know, you go over for drinks. There's always a gift you can take.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And actually, maybe it's because I'm a boy, but I'm less maybe making jewellery and making things. Do you know what I mean? I made a bauble. It's like a sort of flat bauble, really. But what I did was I took some old Meccano wheels. Remember, we all used to play with Meccano donkeys years ago. And I got little wheels from Meccano, and I wired all 7 wheels together to make one big wheel, and then took a wire right the way around the outside, and I've made a hanging bauble for the Christmas tree. It's quite heavy. I'm not sure whether the tree will be able to hold it. I haven't got a picture of that yet. I'll have to take a picture of that. £12.95. It's very simple. It's very sort of, you know how a lot of decor at the moment is copper and industrial looking. It's almost a little hint of the steampunk kind of look to it. But, you know, sometimes it's just a case of picking up some wire and just playing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You're getting a bit of a dab.
I tell you what,
Derek.
I don't know where it's come from all of a sudden. Maybe it's the winter. Maybe it's a winter thing. Do you know what I mean? That I kind of think, let's spend some time. I've just got to quickly show you my star buy. Where is it? Oh, for the end of the hour. Oh, or is this one for 7 o'clock? No, 10 to 7. 40 metres of coloured wire. I've heard quite a few people online today talking about love coloured wires, but I just want to buy just the wire, please. I don't want beads or crystals or anything else to go with it. Managed to put together a nice bundle for you today in the lovely sea green and the lilac wire, so you can get 10 metres of your 0.8 sea green and 10 metres of your 0.4 sea green, and in your lilac 10 metres of 0.8 and 10 metres of 1 millimetre in your lovely lilac as well. So that's coming up at 10 to 7. Now, I'm looking for some two-tone lapis lazuli. Here it is. This is nice. This is lovely. This, I don't know why, this always puts me in mind of those, you know, those David Attenborough documentaries that you see. Blue Planet 2's on at the moment, isn't it? And things like that. Because for some reason, this for me is like looking down at the earth from space and seeing all of the green plains and the blue water. You know, I just love it. I just love it. I think the colours in this is really, really nice. Director Ben said the only thing wrong with that is the fact that they're not flat. Mr. Flat Earth theory. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, it's just beautiful. You're getting a lot of beads there to work with, and something I've really learned, I think, over the last couple of weeks, is that to get the creativity, to get the creative juices going, you need to have a lot of beads to play with. The more the merrier, Angela, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, because different colours, different gemstones, different shapes, different types of material will inspire you differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to have. It's good to have. And it doesn't have to cost the earth to get a nice collection of bits and pieces together, I have to tell you. We've got very, very affordable opportunities. Even aside... See, there you go. There you go. I mean, straight away. That's brilliant. That's really, really good. £4.95. What I would say to you is, if you're starting to make, get some gemstones that you like. You know, don't just settle for the most affordable. Get colours, get stones that you like the sound of, you like the look of, and then supplement what you pick up on the shows with what you see on the website as well. Because often you know, obviously we have thousands of items that are on the website right now. Often which we're doing things like clearance deals on the website and and go and have a little look around. Use the two together, because remember, it's only one P&P across the company for a day. So order on TV, you know, the bits and pieces that you want that come up at little deals like this one at £4.95, and then go and supplement with some microfaceted this, that and the other and substitute that way. It doesn't have to be mega expensive, Angela, does it?
And if you're buying from us anyway, they're always really good prices.
Yeah.
So, you know, like our kits, for example, you know, you're always going to get lots of products for a very small price. So,
Yeah.
you know, that it's a good way to build your stash.
Yeah, and you need that in front of you. You need to be able to just pick up to hand what you need. I've found so far. This is brilliant at £4.95, isn't it? It's lovely. Ah, yes, I have. We've got some little owls for you now. I love these. They are beautiful. I think sometimes it's nice having extra little elements. The one thing I would say is generally, when I look at charms, I do want more than one at once. Do you know what I mean? I think sometimes if you're buying something like this, and often when you go to crafty type shops, and I've been doing that in the last few weeks as part of my homework really, often when you see something like this, not in sterling silver for a start, and secondly, there's one in a pack. And you think, okay, well, one's nice, but, you know, they're not the biggest thing in the world. I'd like to have more than one, please. So this is really lovely to have 3 in this pack. Just beautiful. Nice for earrings. What are you thinking, Angela?
Yeah, yeah, earrings definitely, but also like on bracelets as well.
Yeah.
Because like you, I like sound in my jewellery.
Yeah.
I like that clanging and that clattering.
Yeah.
So having them bunched up together is lovely.
Yeah. Especially when they're silver. And actually, what's the gram weight on this? Yeah, 2.49. So I think I can say with some confidence that these are actually solid silver as opposed to being hollowed and sounding sort of thin and crispy and tinny and whatever. They are actually, you know, they do feel, although they're very, very delicate, you know, they have got that sort of solid feel about them, which I like. I do like.
And the other thing that they're great for is for finishing off the back of a necklace.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
So if you've got an extender chain,
yeah.
and instead of leaving it plain, just put in one of those. And because the owl is representative of wisdom, isn't it?
Yes.
So if you're passing it on to somebody you consider wise, I
Yeah.
think that's a lovely touch.
Yeah, wise old owl. Yeah, got to be done. That's a good point, actually, about extenders, because quite often you can make a spectacular necklace, and you'll want to add an extender to give the piece that flexibility so that, you know, it can be worn in different ways and everything else. But actually, sometimes the little finishing touches are the things that make the biggest differences, because people do inspect and they look around, don't they? And,
yeah.
and just that added little detail. If you think these are at £7.95, these are working out at £2.30, 40, something like that each. I think it works out at. I mean, that's pretty. Oh, have I underestimated? How much are these each, Becky? Sorry, I can't do maths on telly. I don't know why. Is it £2 something? Isn't it? £2.65. So £2.65. I mean, actually, for your peace of mind, I think, you know, brilliant. Really, really nice. Worth doing. Worth investing in. Well done. Oh, really? It's time for our first one of these. Oh, we're full on Christmas now, aren't we? Christmas star by. I like it. Nice. It's all change here, isn't it? I love it. Love it. We have got some Chrysocolla nuggets as your first Christmas star by tonight. Are you in the mood for Christmas, by the way? Is the tree up now? Is your tree up yet, Angela?
No. I haven't even bought it yet.
I bought mine on Sunday. Saturday. I was here on Sunday. Bought it on Saturday, and it's in a bucket, outside, in its net, standing up, in water, staying alive, hopefully. And just got to find a little slot of time to be able to do it. Because I'm at our sister channel all weekend this weekend, so this weekend's out. I shall be sewing away this weekend. Oh, yes. Right, Chrysocolla now. Fabulous gemstone. Lovely, lovely tone of colour. Again, as well, for those people who like slightly more muted tones in their gemstones, I mean, not everyone likes something which is brightly coloured, which is flashing, which is, you know, really, really quite vibrant. Some people like really kind of sort of earthy, deeper tones. I love the way this has almost a little twist of almost like a light turquoise tone to it as well. I do like that. It's almost like the turquoise opposite, isn't it? You know, if you have a real turquoise, the majority is the turquoise colour and there's a little bit of matrix. This is almost like a lot of matrix and a little bit of turquoise, so it's almost turning that on its head a little bit, isn't it? I love it. Where does this come from? From the Congo, all the way from the Congo. I bet that's some adventure. I bet that's, oh, I'll stick it there, Ben. It'll, yeah. Okay, I'll slip it there for now. Oh, okay. QVNV03. I can't tell you what I'm giggling at, sorry. Some things have to, you know, some things just have to stay sacred. It's all to do with my coffee. It's nothing, it's quite exciting. This is lovely. So 11 by 7 millimeters going up to 19 by 9. So actually, given the carat weight across this strand, I would say that in the center stones in here, you're probably looking at maybe your, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 carat pieces going up in the middle. That's pretty nice, isn't it? Very nice as sort of a centerpiece in a very simple. I mean, what you could do quite simply is create a connector with wire, and then just pop that in the center of one of those. You know those lovely necklace chains where they leave the two ends for you to do whatever you want to. Bring it together with some wire, some sterling silver wire or head pins or however you will do it. And just make a nice feature of maybe one of the pieces in the center. It's really, really lovely. Okay. Right, now this is a gemstone that we don't get at these kind of price tags. I don't know. I just don't know how we've managed to do this. What kind of feeling does this price give you? I thought twice about singing that bit, actually, the words. It's probably a little early. You know, for a lot of people it's still a little bit early for the, you know, for the old Christmas thing. Let alone wishing you were, yeah, exactly, bit early, little bit early. $12.95. We've only just put the, you know, we've only just put the Halloween pumpkins away, haven't we? $12.95. Do you remember Halloween? It seems like months ago now, doesn't it? Have you noticed that out in the shops now, Angela, there is this mild panic starting to set in, isn't it? You know, you can see people kind of getting whipped up in the whole must start stocking up, must start buying things I don't need now. Yeah. You know, it's funny because I got that feeling when I went shopping last week. Yeah. And with all the extra goodies, all the cakes and biscuits and all the crackers and everything, and I thought, oh, actually, I need to start buying now. And I thought, no, actually, it's way too early. Yeah. You do. You just get whipped up in it, don't you? Completely. I mean, I've bought things like Christmas puddings and all kinds of. I bought mince pies, checked all the dates on them or whatever. Right, start putting those to one side now for Christmas. I mean, it's 3 weeks away or something, isn't it? It's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Get the tinned ham in. £12.95 for your Chrysocolla this evening. That's wunderbar. Now, I know a lot of people are asking me questions via the text message about the wire bundle. The wire bundle is coming up at 10 to 7, so we're about 15 minutes away. So we've got two different colours. We have got the sea green in 10 metres of 0.8 and 10 metres of 0.4 in your sea green, and in your lilac we've got 10 metres of 0.8 and 10 metres of 1 millimetre gauge coming up as a bundle. No beads, no strands, no gemstones with it, just a coloured wire bundle. If you want the code for that, by the way, it is BWGC77. How could I forget? BWGC77. If you want to text in tonight, here's how you do it. 60777. Start your message with JM Studio. And, very, very excitingly, after our break at 7 o'clock, or just before 7, we have got our bundle of Cali beads. Now, if you've never heard of Cali beads before, well, you were in good company with me until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. I'd never heard of them either. You know, Super Duos have 2 holes. These Cali beads have 3, which is brilliant. And you're getting 4 different colours. You're getting a gold, you're getting a white, you're getting a lovely, almost like an AB dark crystal black, and you're getting a lovely lilac there as well, which I think is called violet opal, which is, so it is a little opalescent as well. So that is coming up for you just after the 7 o'clock break, which will be amazing. Right, next up, I have another charm for you. Charming charms. We're full of them tonight, aren't we? It's brilliant. Love that wire bundle, by the way. I really want it. Really want that. That would be great to add to my Christmas tree. Definitely. Right. Okay. Oh, now then. Look at this. Now, I just know that you'll have a great idea for this. I know that you will have a great idea for this. Sterling silver rose charm, really nice and symmetrical. It's almost sort of star-shaped in some ways, isn't it? So you could be thinking, starting from there and making a snowflake design coming. Start with this as a centerpiece, and you could shibori your way out from there, couldn't you, Angela?
You certainly can. Yeah, I'm very impressed with you, you know.
I honestly, in the last few weeks, I've caught the bug. I have caught the jewellery making bug, and I am loving it.
Good,
I am loving it.
It is
seriously.
a great hobby to get involved in. It's wonderful.
It's a joy. That's the thing. It is really, really enjoyable. Can I just show you how solid this is as well? So if you look at the back of the rose for a second, you could see you could maybe get in with your stamping. You could possibly stamp a couple of little initials in there if you wanted to at the back, or have it engraved. Did I hear rumours of an engraving pen that we do here at JM? I was watching one of the shows recently, and I think, I'm not sure where they have them in stock right now. You can speak to the team, but there's an engraving pen that we do. I want to see it being demoed, and I want to buy one. To be able to engrave would be amazing. Okay, how many do we have, Becky? Okay, shall we count them out of the door, because we only have 23. We only have 23 of these available at $3.95. I would say most people will probably want 2 of these, possibly 3 to make a little suite of earrings and pendant maybe as well. Julie has checked 2 out straight away on the web. Congratulations. Which leaves me now with only 21. Only 21 last chances for you to take this away at $3.95, and it is solid 925 sterling silver with the loop there at the top as well, as you can see, so you can easily get through that, incorporate it into your seed beading. Again, I'll just show you this necklace, and I'm sure, forgive me guest designers if this isn't a Jill, but this looks like a Jill Hunter to me. Just think about incorporating little rose into your seed beading. That's beautiful. I've got 20 of these remaining, that's it. So if you want one, check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. Right now, £3.95. Well done, well done. The numbers are dwindling, by the way, because people are multi-buying on those, and I would not blame you at all. Right, amethyst rounds now. Yes, I have. Faceted rounds? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Wire bundle coming up in 12 minutes. 40 metres of coloured wire. Nothing else. Just the coloured wire. And the price is ridiculous. Yeah? I went straight to the top today. I took Becky with me as well, because, you know, she's a force to be reckoned with. That's the code, by the way, if you want the wire bundle. The sea green and the lilac together. Sorry, Sam. I didn't realise either. Never mind. 30 carats of faceted amethyst rounds, going from a 3mm to a 5mm. Thank you, my darling. 3 to a 5mm going up, and faceted. I was beading with some tiger's eye in the wire Christmas tree that I've made. And I was using tiger's eye, and I was using larger rounds, and I was using smaller faceted. I don't know why, Angela, but I felt easier to bead onto wire with faceted stones. Maybe because the facets it's easier to hold on to.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, definitely.
I found it a bit easier.
Well, I'm thinking that this beautiful strand would be perfect with that lilac wire.
Oh,
Wouldn't it
yes,
just?
yes.
And
Good
then
point.
if you've got your rose from earlier, you know, that rose charm, and you incorporate that into like a lilac and rose tree, and
That's a good idea.
your tree of life.
Let me get all three of those
designs.
together. You've got me
That would be
working here, Angela.
beautiful.
Need 3 hands for this. Right,
Because
so
of course roses come in all sorts of colours, purples and lilacs
Yes.
and pinks and all sorts. So, you know, I'm thinking sort of like that tree of life. Those trees would look beautiful with that combo.
yes, and actually, even if you just restranded the amethyst and just popped the rose in the middle of on a neckline piece, that would be amazing. Got to be super affordable though, Becky. Now, Angela's put all of these three things together. We need them all, so we need them all affordably. 30 carats. And in terms of numbers of beads, I would say you have got, I'm going to guesstimate here at 50 plus to work with, which is great, which is going to be, I mean, you have got different tones as well. So if you want to match up tones, some are slightly lighter, some are slightly darker. You might want to keep one consistent size all the way through your bracelet or your piece, and maybe just use that big one. See, that big one in the center really sort of stands out, doesn't it? So you might want to use some from outer reaches of the strand, and then just use that one big one just as your feature, or use your rose as your feature, or any of the other charms that we've had, with the owl charms, the butterflies that we've had as well in this hour. Or let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Yes, let's put a butterfly in with them and see. You have to forgive me because I'm left-handed, so doing this back to front a little bit. So if you restranded your amethyst and simply added a nice little butterfly, in fact, remember you had 3 butterflies, so if you want those flying all together, very nice. Yes, it could be a stretchy anklet if you wanted it to be, or indeed an anklet on a chain. Yeah, you could do that as well. Very nice. What a lovely combo that would make. So, £7.95. 50 plus, I would guesstimate in terms of your number of beads, all faceted beautifully. Lovely pairs and sets that you could put together there. Beautiful. Sandra, you've got yours as well. Well done. Right, let's now, I think that's this one here. Oh no, that's not curved chain, that's a belcher. Let's have a little look. Yeah, got it. Ah, I love this. Look, this is chain that just goes on and 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 on until it's got a little knot in it. But that's all right. That's not a problem. Hey, thank you very much. I'm here till 10. Right, let's do the television pouring thing, shall we? Because that's always good fun to do, isn't it? In fact, actually, there's lots of different strands of it. I'm cutting that down. We could be here for hours doing this. But that is a lot of sterling silver, silver-plated brass curb chain. I'm going to have to deal with the knot, just because that's me. I'm just one of those people that can't see a knot. I had this happen to a chain that I had the other day. It's very, very simple to sort out, actually. If you do get a knot in your finer chains, often a beading needle can be your best friend.
Yeah.
Because you can get it in and just lift it up and just give it a little shimmy, and that tends to help the knots sort of work themselves out.
And also, if you just hold the chain between your fingers and just gently roll it, as well, that will loosen it too.
Just have a little, like Jeannie rubbing the lamp. Oh no, Jeannie doesn't rub the lamp. Jeannie's in the lamp. Fabulous. See, I'm the people's champion, Becky. You see, I'm undoing the knots. I'm putting the wire bundles together. Oh, you know, it's the future. It's the future. So 3 meters of this fabulous, I'm going to get this knot out. It's going to happen. It's happening. Right, so while we do that, we'll show you the price tag. £3.95. I think the thing to do when you've got a knot in your chain is not panic and not pull. I think that's the thing. Sometimes a little shimmy is all that you need. So yeah. So sometimes all you got to do is just have a little shake and make sure that the weight of the chain is actually on a table or on something. Don't have the weight of the rest of the chain pulling on the knot, because that's the same as, well, that's the same as a tug, quite frankly. £3.95. I've nearly done it, you know. I've got it into a much smaller ball, this knot, so we're getting there. Yeah, we'll be doing, yeah. This could take the evening. You know, I mean, nearly as fascinating as watching paint dry, watching someone undo the knot. It's very, very simple to do as well. It really is, and you mustn't panic, because that's the worst thing you can do. I mean, use some tweezers if you need to, just to help you, or get your beading needle. That's, I mean, I found, obviously you don't put them in the links themselves. Just keep, you know, waggling your beading needle. Well, I've nearly done it. But I've been told that I'm out of time, so I do actually. Okay, I'm allowed a little bit longer. Well, I've got, you know, I mean, actually, what you can do, this is what I've got down to. I'm down from that big knot that I had. I'm down to just little, which, you know, is almost a love knot, isn't it? And I'm going to follow Angela's advice now. Just give it a little roll, and then just keep trying. Anyway, I could be here all night, so should we do something different? Shall we? Let's do one of these. Right, that's gonna have to sit next to me. You know, that's gonna have to sit next to me for the rest of the show. Do you know I've done it? Look. Well, hey!
Oh, well done. Well done.
See, perseverance pays off in the end. Now, don't anyone touch that now. Right, it's time for the wire bundle. I've had lots and lots and lots and lots of messages from you. Excuse me one moment. Lots and lots of messages about this wire bundle, and it's fantastic. So 40 metres. There are no Swarovskis, no seed beads, nothing else in this. This is a bundle of coloured wire only. We don't have the opportunity to do this very, very often. In fact, I had to talk to a lot of people to make this happen. So, sea green, we have got 10 metres of 0.4 and 10 metres of 0.8. And in your lilac wire, you've got 10 metres of 0.8 and 10 metres of 1 millimetre gauge. How many of these bundles do we have available, Becky? Right, we started with 42, so it's not a big. Oh, did it? In fact, over half of that quantity has gone on pre-orders. Okay, let's just give you a live price straight away right now for the others. No, it wasn't even going to be $12.95. It was meant to be. It was in our schedules at $15.95. That's where we were meant to be going, wasn't it? Wow. I tell you what, we got some friends in high places. Jennifer, well done. Pam, Tracy, Anne, Pamela, Anne, Helen and Chris, Collector in Yorkshire, Linda, Deborah in Colchester, Lizette in Germany, Denise on Merseyside, Carolyn in Virginia, Jacqueline on Merseyside. Well done, well done, well done. Check them. Well, listen, you know I'm not a nagger when it comes to basket, because the 4 words that I dread hearing on TV on these type of channels more than anything is check out your baskets. It drives me crazy. So I'm not going to nag, but most of you have checked out already. But this, how many do we actually have left, do we think? Okay, less than 20 chances to take this away around. So if you're looking, you're thinking, darn you, Derek, for having so few. I'm never going to get in. If you call us now, you will get it. If you pop it in your web basket now, you will get it if you check it straight out. $12.95. That's brilliant, because that's 40 metres. That's ridiculous, isn't it? You know what you can pay for coloured wires elsewhere, and the quality, because you've got brilliant gauges here. So 0.4 and 0.8 in your sea green means that you've got structural wire, and you've got weaving wire as well, which is brilliant. And you've got more structural wire in your lilac, but this is for your big dramatic sort of, you know, big neckline pieces, I think, Angela, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, all of those gauges are going to come in useful for whatever designs you want to do. Right from earrings, earring wires, through to rings, to those great big structural necklaces.
Yeah.
But also those colours you're going to use all year round.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at those colours and I'm seeing bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, so whatever you choose to do with them, throughout the year, they're going to be perfect.
Do you know what I'm thinking with this? I had the great pleasure of recording Alison Tarry's Fantasy Castle DVD with her, and I actually think these colours, if you were creating your fantasy castles, you know, to create some of the turrets, so if you're doing wirework structures, these would be lovely. If you think of fantasy, cartoon, those kind of, think along those kind of lines, do you know what I mean?
Mermaids
that would
as
work
well.
really well.
Yeah, mermaids and unicorns.
Yes, yeah, unicorns. Yes, 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 yes. Laurie, well done. Carolyn, Avril, Sue J, collector in Aberdeenshire. How many we got left, Becky? It looks like the last single figures. Single figures, you will still do it. Sally's done it in Essex, well done. Alison in Bristol has managed to get 2 of these bundles. It's not often we do coloured wire bundle with nothing else. No beads, nothing else. I heard you. I read the posts and everything else, and I thought, let's do something about that today. And we did. I think that's less than 24 hours later as well, because I know some people earlier in the day were looking at coloured wire bundles and saying, okay, I just want the coloured wire. Oh, don't want the bead, don't want, there's nothing else I want. Sorry, kit team, I shouldn't say that. I know, I'm sorry. I've broken all the rules, really, but, you know, hey, can't break a few rules at Christmas time, when can you? Do you know what I mean? Think about how much we're about to eat over the next 20 days. Yeah, exactly. Whew. I've got the antacids ready on standby, haven't you? Make sure you've got those, because nowhere is open on Christmas Day anymore, is it? Right. Last few of those are going out of the door. I've only got 3 people who need to check out, and I'm not going to nag because it's your privilege completely and utterly. I won't be told when to check out my baskets, and I'm not telling you either. But I have only got 3 in baskets, so if you want them, cash in number 6, please. Let me show you the Cali beads that are coming up after the break. Now, you know Super Duos have 2 holes. Cali beads have 3 holes, and you've got 4 fabulous colours. You've got gold amber, you've got crystal black, which is almost like a mystic. You've got black, oh no, hang on a second, have I got that right? I've got apricot. Oh, is that one? And it's 4 sets. Anyway, and violet opal, which is a little opalescent, as we will see in more detail very, very shortly. In fact, over the break, I will maybe see if I can find a beading needle and some thread, if not some very low gauge wire, and put those on a little bit of wire so you can see the colours beautifully. Someone has been asking for tube spacers as well, I have heard. So I have got, coming up in the next hour as well, some rose gold, sterling silver. Oh, they're brilliant because they're almost sort of stardust as well. Look, I should have my safety goggles on for putting something like that in my tweezers. They're quite long, aren't they, actually? See how long they are. Oh, lovely reflective ruler. Sorry, let's... ½ inch? 15mm? Pretty good. Loving that. So that's coming up in the next hour as well. And also, our must-have at 8:30 tonight. Oh, my crikey. You're going to love it. It's a huge amber cabs and drops bundle. You are going to love it. All set in sterling silver. And that is our must-have coming up at 8:30. And it's a brilliant price tag, considering... Time for some Peridot now. Good guess, Ben. Oh, yeah. No, you've well overestimated there, Ben. Much less than that. Right, so 30 carats now of a gorgeous, gorgeous Chinese gemstone. It's wonderful. Is it? Brand new. Dun, 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 dun. Brand new strand to JM. Not just to the Late Show, first time on air in the Late Show. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, my friends, that us Late Show presenters, we're quite tenacious. Because we often come into the office late afternoon and we kind of say, right, we need some goodies. We need some good bundles, like the coloured wire bundle that we've just shown you there. And we want some newbies. We want some pieces that have never been on before. And here's what we've got. I love this gemstone as well. It is beautiful. And sometimes it gets left to one side. at different times of the year because it's August birthstone, isn't it, Peridot? So sometimes early in the year and late in the year it gets sort of brand new, but I was going to say pushed to one side, sort of out of summer season. But not going to clearance price on its first airing, though. I love this gemstone. Oh, a tip from Sylvia. Hello, Sylvia. Put knotted chain in a bowl of water and it will loosen. Ah, that's a good idea. I've never tried that before. Have you, Angela? Have you never tried that before?
No, I haven't. That's a new one. I shall have to have a go at that.
So next time we get a knot, we'll have a bowl of water on standby as well. Good idea. Fantastic. In the meantime, how about some gorgeous Peridot? It's a lovely, lovely gemstone. Again, it only has a very, very short mining window, so we don't ever see an awful lot of Peridot in larger sizes. I like that. Beautiful. Oh, you only have to say that once, Becky. Next up. Right, very, very quickly before we go to the break. Look at this. Apatite. Tell me this is Madagascan apatite. Look. It is Madagascan. I guessed completely. I thought it was from the colour. It's just so vibrant and beautiful. Please just grab this in as bigger quantities as you possibly can. And this, let me tell you, from my, I do know an awful lot about apatite. I had a lot of showcases on a previous channel of fully made up jewellery in apatite. And I do know that this is a gemstone that is very, very, very difficult to keep getting hold of again and again and again. So can I just advise you, if you're a lover of this gemstone, just take it while you can, because these are great. These are wheels, aren't they? Yeah, they're wheels, which is great because they'll sit flat next to each other like little cookies, like little donuts. They're beautiful. £4.95. Can I advise stock up, stock up, stock up, stock up? How many do we have, Becky? Okay, if there's any left after the show, I definitely want to get in and grab a couple of sets of those. They're brilliant. And fingers crossed, oh, there's a lot of you coming in. There's a lot of you coming in. I'm not surprised at all. Well done. Right, carry on buying those through the break. When we come back, of course, we've got our Cali beads. We've got those tube spacers in rose gold overlay. And we've got so much more. Plus, of course, lovely Angela and a gorgeous demonstration as well. What will we learn? Who knows? Come and join us when we return in 3.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Tune in this Thursday for the launch of Joe Barclay Logie's DVD, French Beaded Christmas Poinsettia. Joe will guide you through how to design and create this exquisite centrepiece, including how to make the basic frame, different types of leaves, springs and the poinsettia. So make sure you're watching this Thursday at 2 p.m.
If you'd like more information on up-and-coming shows, you can view the programme guide on our website.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Alison Tarry's incredible fairy tale castle is now available on DVD. This double disc DVD will guide you through how to create this wirework masterpiece from start to finish, including how to design the walls, turrets, windows and door. To grab your copy for just £9.95, contact our call centre now on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Hello, welcome back. I tell you what, this is one show tonight, let me tell you. We'll be over with Angela very, very shortly and see tonight's first demo and tonight's first kit as well, which is a very, very nice kit as well, let me tell you. But first, we've got something that, as of 4 o'clock this afternoon, I'd never previously seen before. I'd seen super duos. In fact, I've been working with super duos very, very recently after a demo with Sarah. She very kindly gave me a few super duos to play with, and I've been making all kinds of things. But these are slightly different in so much as these Cali beads, as they're called, actually have 3 drill holes rather than 2, which is brilliant. So if you want to make real sort of structural pieces, then you've got beads with 3. In fact, let me just show you a piece that lovely Patty McCourt made incorporating the Cali beads. So if you look up here at the flower, for instance, that's actually made using the Cali beads, and that means that you can make something really quite defined. Use the smaller seed beads around the outside, use the Cali beads as, you know, as petals or whatever you want to, and it makes something really, really quite defined, doesn't it? That's a gorgeous piece, I have to say. It's really, really lovely. Could you imagine? Oh, imagine the time and the hours that would take, but you'd really enjoy building it up. So beautiful, isn't it? But incorporating, I think, these very Cali beads actually, or some of them certainly. Some of them look very, very similar. Right, let's see what we have on offer then for you in this bundle. You're getting 100 of each of the 4 colours here, and the 4 colours are black apricot, which are these ones here, which are almost sort of like a titanium colour, but with almost like a mystic coating to them. And you also have the gold ones, which are sitting next to them. It's sometimes only when you angle them up. It's really like a solid gold, isn't it? It's almost like bullion. It's beautiful. These are the ones that fascinate me the most, the violet amber, because I don't know whether if I can angle those to the side, you can sort of see their opalescence almost. Do you know what I mean? There's almost like little lanterns inside them. They're beautiful, really, really lovely. And you also have the crystal on the other end as well. So you've got your lovely sort of crystal white, that gorgeous violet amber gold, and your black apricot as well. I thought apricots were orange. Anyway, never mind. See, it's a little bit more aubergine to me. Anyway, So you're getting 400 of these Cali beads, and remember, these are more sort of structural, I would say. You know, if we were thinking of them in terms of wire, these would be more structural beads, wouldn't they? They're more for central features, like the middle of a flower. So you actually use a lot less of these than you would do of, obviously, your 11Os and your 15Os and everything else. Brilliant. And every one of them, in fact, if I just hold one for you, just so you can clearly see, I'll hold a gold from the side. Every one of them has 3 drill holes, as you can see. So right, the centre, top and bottom. Oh my word, are these popular. How many sets do we have, Becky? Okay, so there's no chance of me having any then. We started with 99, and I would say a good third plus of those have gone already. So fabulous. Well done, everyone. That's all I can say is fabulous. Well done. Enjoy them, enjoy them, enjoy them. You lucky, 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 lucky people. Oh, I've got somebody to thank today as well, and I must bring your name in a little bit later as well. A lady sent me a lovely set of big-eyed kneading beetles. Kneading beetles? Beading needles, even. I'm kneading beetles. Beading needles today. So thank you. If that was you, thank you ever so much. You're ever so kind. £14.95 for 400. I mean, if that were 400 super duos, you'd be happy, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think that's great.
The fact that this is 400 Cali beads, 100 in each colour, that's brilliant. And again, let me just show you these in action, so to speak. So if I just show you, this is a piece made by Patty McCourt. So if you have a look in these flowers here, what she's done is she's used the Cali beads. She's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Cali beads there as your sort of centre structure, and then use the smaller, looks like 11Os there around them. And that's brilliant, because actually that's giving you a bigger flower. Sometimes I think with seed beading, if you're starting off with your 11Os or your 15Os, you need an awful lot of them to start a flower before it starts looking, you know, impressive. But with these, if you're using that, and I guess they work in very much a similar kind of way to a super duo, in so much as they will fit nicely together as well. But because you've got 3 holes, stepping up, I'm guessing, is a lot simpler as well.
Yeah, and I think it gives you a scope to broaden your designs, because you can then use all 3 holes to create a drape. In between, so you have your seed beads draping down in between and have a 3-row. Or you can tessellate them, so have them, you know, as you got on your. So one going through the top hole, one going through the middle, one going through the bottom,
staircase.
like a step, and then you can sort of drape your seed beads through that. So again, in terms of your design, it gives you more options and scope.
I so want these, and we just don't have enough, do we, at all? Can I tell you, can I just show you my screen for a second? These are the people who are buying, and you know what I mean about people checking out and everything else. I've only got one person on this side of the screen who hasn't checked out. Everybody else is all checked out. I'm not missing them out on them at all. I've got to have them. That's brilliant. So well done. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Right, time for us to take our little wander now, is it? Right. Oh, I need to take everything, actually. Shall I? Yes, I can move along while we're doing this, can't we? Hello. There's a camera over there. Cameras everywhere, aren't there, here? It's amazing. Right, here I am. So, we have just one kit in this hour, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Which is fabulous. That's always nice and manageable, isn't it? I just need my gadget. That's what I need. It's there. Excuse me 1 second. It's plugged in. Right. Look at that.
Wow.
All of those names for those people for the Cali beads. Brilliant. This is a humdinger of a kit, let me tell you. It's beautiful. There is so much to it. It's a really, really good kit. It's got what is currently some of my favourite beads in it as well, which are the fire polish beads. I think they're fascinating. In fact, I have been trying to say to the team, could you try and put together a bundle of lots of different strands of the fire polish beads, because I think they're adorable, because they're a little like seed beads, but they're unlike seed beads at the same time. You can work with them the same as you can seed beads, I'm guessing, Angela. Yeah. I sound like a know-it-all now, don't I? But I could take these and I would want to use them exactly like you would use seed beads, but I would want lots and lots of different colours. It's because they're so shiny though, aren't they?
Oh, they're gorgeous. I love these.
They're great. Whatever this kit price is, I'd have it just for the fire polish beads. They are brilliant. Right, let me get you the details for the fire polish beads. These are crystal gold fire polish beads, and you're getting 38 pieces on your strand there. I have to tell you, this is a work of art. This is beautiful. I know for a fact in the gemstone world that this is not something that can be done by a machine. Like ever. I mean, you know how amazing, you know, robots and everything can do everything these days, but there is not a machine that can do this kind of thing. It's all manual intervention. It's all someone. There is a drill hole. I don't know if you can see it there at the top. If I put my finger, you can see, just about see the drill hole there at the top. That's got to be your centerpiece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got to be your centerpiece. It is delicious. It's a black agate carved pendant, so solid at the back. Oh, do you know what? I would love to wire some gorgeous, even bare copper or rose gold coloured wire sort of around that and make leaves with the wire.
Be beautiful.
That would be amazing.
And I would love to put some cerulean, just tiny bits of cerulean and tiny sprinkles of Swarovski crystals in that.
Or even the fire polish beads, actually, couldn't you?
Yeah, stunning.
That's lovely. Here is Angela's fabulous jewellery. Again, look at that. I mean, that's simply using the black agate. We've got 2 strands of faceted rounds in your black agate in this kit as well, which is really, really good. And there's so much more. This is like the kit that keeps giving and giving and giving. So you've got your 2 strands of faceted black agate. You've got the carved rose in the black agate. You've got your fire polish beads. Oh, hello. They always love jumping down the stairs. And you also have some Swarovski crystals here as well, 2 of which are jet black, aren't they? So you've got your golden shadow, which is a brilliant, huge shape. That's the one at the front there on the recording. And then you've got the 2 golden ones there, which again, they look like golden shadow as well, don't they? Which is very, very nice. Yeah, they're the sew-on drops. They're 18 by 10.5 millimetre, and you also get 2 of the Swarovski jet crystals, which are the black ones you see there at the front. They are 10 millimetre. Do you know, I have no idea. Do you know where this kit's going to, Angela? If you do, don't tell me. But
I don't.
I don't know where it goes to either, and I'm trying to sort of tot up what I think it should go to. I've just heard whisper of where it's going to be honest with you. I would say, speaking personally for a second, my own personal, that's a lovely combo. That's a lovely combo, that bracelet, isn't it? For that bracelet, Angela, let's put a price tag on that bracelet, shall we?
Oh, I'd say about £30.
Okay, well, let me tell you, your whole kit is well under that, as you would hope.
Wow.
Speaking personally, I think this carved agate rose, I honestly think that there's no reason why in the big wide world you couldn't pay potentially, you know, that kind of price tag to achieve that. I mean, imagine that in the centre of a bracelet. I'm just thinking lovely deep purple shibori with that in the centre as a bracelet.
Yes, or with the purple wire that we've just done in the bundle.
Yes.
That would be sumptuous.
Yes. In fact, actually, because this is a top drilled piece, there was a demo that Laura and I did on Sunday night to actually do a figure of 8 wire from that and create a pendant with it, which would be amazing. I might even do that, you know. Anyway, £24.95. Can I just give you some good advice? Grab it as quickly as you possibly can. It's a lovely, lovely kit. It's got a nice selection in it. Those fire polish beads are brilliant. And let me tell you, I don't know, personally speaking, I don't know where you can actually pick up these fire polish beads elsewhere. I haven't seen them. And I have looked around, genuinely I have looked around. And because I want to get a nice big bundle. I want to get the kit team to do a nice bundle of like 10 rows of fire polished beads, all in different colours, because I just think they're amazing. Right, Angela, which are you going to show us tonight?
Well, I'm going to demo this bracelet.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's the £30 bracelet.
The 30
yes.
quid one.
Lovely.
Yeah. And for me, just the fire polish, like you, was I mean, I loved the other elements, but that was the star of the show for me. And I just wanted to work it with the black agate because, you know, Evening Glamour, well, for me, says it all.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to use my seed beading techniques with this.
So you're going to use some wildfire?
Yes, I'm using some wildfire and my big eye needle. Please excuse me, it's been well used.
That's all right, they all go that way.
Yeah, and it's a little bit bent. So we start off by taking 4 agates, popping them on. Now you could do this with your, with either elastic and make it into a stretchy, or with your regular beading thread. But I decided, because I love seed beading, decided just to use this technique with my seed beads. So we just thread 4 1.
Okay.
And then we're just going to go back through the opposite end. Like so. Leave quite a tail. A little bit of a tail on the end. So what we have now is our circle. Just pull them round into a circle like so. Okay. Just adjust my length of my wildfire so it doesn't get trapped. Okay, so we've got our little circle of 4, and then what we're going to do now is go through the first, back through the first bead, like so. Just pull it nice and tight, and we're going to pick up our first fire polished bead. Okay, and then through the next hole. So what you end up with is your, I pull it all tight, nice and tight. We have our bead sitting like so.
I love this technique actually with almost any seed beads or beads.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of creating that cross or that circle or, you know, similar shapes like that. Again, if you've got the Cali beads, you could easily work those into this design as well, couldn't you?
Definitely. So we're putting on, again, another bead, going through the next bead, like so. And we're just going to keep working it round. Another bead.
Just while you're doing this, Angela, as well, you've had a lot of feedback, haven't you, lately? I was reading on your guest page that you've had a lot of feedback from people that you've given advice to recently about how their Christmas selling is going so far. Lots of success this year.
Oh, I've had a lovely lady, and she messaged me to say that she did a Christmas party and sold over £600 worth of product of her jewellery in one night, and from that she's got loads of commissions. So well done to you. I won't mention the name because she did say
it's like ripples on the pond, though, as well, isn't it? It starts small. You know, people around you notice what you're doing, and they'll encourage you to. Oh, you should. I must give me that, and I'll show it to my friend, and she'll like something like that, and then it just goes on, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, I've been working with this lady for a little while now because she actually wants to transition from her full-time job to part-time and run her business on a part-time basis. Right. So she has been building it up slowly, and this one show, and it's only one show, and she's taken £600.
£600. I mean, that's a lot of money. Yeah. When you think of what you spend on materials and everything to get yourself up and running, to get yourself a range out there, to to have something to offer, because sometimes you can run before you can walk. Yeah. You've got to have a good range of things that people can look at, and that takes time and that takes a bit of investment. For £600 worth of business to come back in one night.
Exactly. Plus commissions. Awesome. Plus commissions.
Awesome.
So and other people have messaged and said that they're doing really, really well. Very, very profitable.
Fabulous. Let us know how you're doing as well. If you are selling, How's Christmas panning out for you this year? Is there a particular theme? Is there a particular gemstone? Is there a particular colour? Can you help out your other fellow viewers who are starting their own businesses as well by giving them a bit of a heads up as to what's selling well for you this Christmas? It kind of could help everyone. So we've done a complete round
So we've
now.
done a complete round. So now what we need to do is we need to get our needle coming out of this top bead,
right,
which is opposite this tail here. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to go through our agate and then through our beautiful golden bead. Love that. Okay, so our tail, our thread is now coming out of opposite ends.
Yep.
Okay, so then we're going to repeat that process again. So we thread on 4. Yeah, I mean, like you, the joy of making something and somebody saying, oh, I love what you've made, you know, and you experience that joy. And it's just the same when somebody, you sell something. I remember the first time I ever sold something, I couldn't believe that somebody actually wanted to part good money with something that I'd made. So it is a wonderful feeling. So we've got our 4 beads, like so, and then we're going to put our needle back through, so back on ourselves and back through this first bead.
Okay.
And then back through our second, like so. If you, like me, leave the tail too long, it can get a little bit tangled, so don't leave it, make it too long, okay? Okay, it is all a little bit loose. Okay, so that's better. Okay, so now we're going to repeat that process again.
Okay.
So we pick up another bead, go through our black agate, and you're just going to be repeating this process all the way round. And it's just, you know, your regular seed beading technique for if you're creating a sunflower. With seed beads, you'd probably use 8 beads. Yeah. But with these agates, because they're larger, I wanted to use less. So I've just gone for a pattern of 4. So again, we're going all the way around, popping our
fire polish on.
Thank you.
They've all got weird and wonderful names, haven't they?
Yeah, it's remembering all.
See, that's why you talk to them while you're doing it, don't you? Because you go, agate, fire polish, agate, fire... You do. You kind of talk to yourself almost like... Well, I found myself doing it so far. So as I'm doing it, I'm almost talking as if I was a guest designer explaining it to somebody else. But that's not about, you know, that's just about reminding myself of what I'm doing, keeping the pattern going.
So, once all our beads are on, we just want to come out of this very top bead here. Like so.
Again, we're out of the end, completely
opposite to the tail. Yeah. And then you would just repeat that pattern again. So you put on 4, and then through your first bead, pick up your fire polish, through your second black agate, another fire polish, and you'd repeat that all the way till you've got 4 on, and then thread your needle till you come out of this top end. And it's as simple as that, and you would go for as long as you want your bracelet or your necklace to be. At this stage, you could easily turn that into a pair of earrings.
Yes.
Or, you know, into a pendant. So what I've done, so once I've come out of the top, to finish off, I would continue going all the way around till I'm back at the top here. Right. Tie it off. And then what I've done with this bracelet, I don't know if we can see this here, but to finish off, I've just put on a little bit of chain. Ah,
okay. So you've just looped that inside the last loop, have you?
Yes. So That's a good idea. I've done that pattern.
Yes.
Yep, all the way along, got to the very end, and I thought, right, that's about 7 inches for me. Yeah. And then I've just taken some chain, put it through, goes through really, really easily.
Yeah.
And then you would just add a jump ring and your clasp. So like so, add a jump ring and a clasp.
And
Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle and Fenella's your aunt. I think that's her name anyway. I think that's the name we're allowed to use. Brilliant. I mean, again, you see how simple that was, and how long would that to make in total?
15 minutes or so.
And if that's, you know, if that's potentially a 20, 25, 30 pounds return, depending on where you are, depending on whether you're just starting out or whatever it might be, how fantastic. 15 minutes of your time, one kit, and that's it. You can make more than one bracelet from one kit. In fact, if you have a look over there at what Angela has created from her kit, and you've used pretty much everything. You've added some chain and some bolt ring clasps,
yeah,
some
and
findings.
some findings. But yeah, it's a joy to work with. And you know, today our theme is handmade. It's giving handmade.
Yes.
I think is our theme. And people do love to know that items have been made specially for them.
Definitely.
And with beautiful beads and components like this, you know, you don't have to invest a lot of money or time to get beautiful looking pieces.
It's amazing. Have another quick look at the contents of the kit before we move on, because we've got lots of other bits and pieces to do in this hour. So you've got Swarovski crystals in this. You've got this big carved agate flower. You've got your gold fire polish beads. You've got your faceted black agate. You've got the great long drop there as well. You've got the sew-on Swarovskis, which are golden shadow. They are beautiful. All of that for £24.95. And if one piece that you make from very few elements, actually, of that, can bring you back in 20 of that £24.95, happy days.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things that I work with my clients with, or people who come on my courses or come to me for support, is I always say, if you're making for yourself, then get involved in all the techniques and, you know, really enjoy your jewellery making. But if you're making to sell, keep it simple. Keep your designs really simple, because, you know, the average person on the street, they don't understand chainmail, they don't understand wire techniques, they don't understand seed, but they don't understand these techniques. What they take their jewellery reference from is the high street. And they look at the high street and they say, right, that's in fashion, you know, that's what people are wearing, that's what I want to buy.
It's very true, actually. When you look, if you go to I don't know, pick any shop you like out of the sky, if you go and look at their accessories, you know, those ones that you can almost pick up like a bag of sweets from the petrol station, quite often it's a length of chain with something very simple on the end of it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, like our pendant here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, but use all your techniques, use all your chainmail, your seed beads, your wire, you know, and thoroughly enjoy that. But keep those designs really simple so that the, you know, person on the street can look at it and think, that's beautiful, and I can wear it, you know. So yeah, that's just my little tip, and that's why I always say to people who come to me for support and advice, is always keep it very simple, very wearable, and you know, people who don't understand jewellery making and who are looking for gifts and presents will see the beauty of the item and the gemstones.
It's very true. Angela, thank you, my love. You've shown us again, you know, and again, use that technique to start something, you know, start something more dramatic if you want to, by all means. £24.95, excuse me, very unglamorously dragging my chair with me as well, trying to stay in the frame for you, Ben. And back we go. We'll be back with Angela as well for another kit at 9 o'clock. So, at the end of this hour, there's a little coffee shelf down there. It's really good, isn't it? Really clever. They thought of everything in this new studio. It's brilliant. Coming up at the end of this hour, I have, as a star buy, I have got one of the most beautiful, beautiful gemstones, which people are paying thousands and thousands of dollars in the Caribbean to buy, and you can have for a very, very tiny price here at Jewellery Maker. So we've got 80 carats of graduated plain drops going from a 6 to a 12mm size, coming up in around about 15 minutes time. Cannot wait. Don't forget the must-have. Oh, I've just pulled the doodah off the doodah. It's okay, I can fix that myself now. I have the skill. Coming up at, in fact, actually, we can show you, can't we? We've got an amber bundle coming up for you at 8:30, which is our must-have. So it's about an hour's time. 12 different amber pieces, drops and cabochon, very, very limited. We've bundled up 12 together at an amazing price. Let me just show you. Some of our team behind the scenes have actually been working on using some of these pieces to make some gorgeous pieces. Lovely. Beautiful. Right, what else should we do then? Because we've got half an hour to play with, so let's do some goodies, shall we? Let's start. Oh, I'm so glad because yeah, this is lovely. Do you know what else we've got coming up later? Is that in this hour, Kerry, the Botswana agate? There's a huge that's in this hour. Now, I have to tell you, since the very, very recent announcement of the next royal wedding, anything Botswana has suddenly seen a premium just from its association with the royals. Because remember, of course, the centre diamond in Meghan Markle's engagement ring is a diamond from Botswana, isn't it? Amazing, amazing. Anyway, let's have some London blue now. Apparently, when you stand on Tower Bridge on an ordinary day with a blue sky and you look up, because of the pollution levels in London, apparently that's the colour you see. I have to say, I've never seen that colour in the sky in London, I have to say. But I'm quite liking... Oh, Becky's never seen anything but a grey sky in London. Yeah, you have to catch it on a good day, don't you? London. Phooey London. Unless you live there, in which case it's lovely. We love London, very much so. It's quite nice, though, as a channel, that we're not London-centric. And when we talk about comparison prices and everything else, we're not talking about London prices, because we're here in the joys of Warwickshire, I do believe. We're on the border of Warwickshire and Worcestershire. So in the... Do we call this the South Midlands? Or the West Midlands? West Midlands-ish. So we're in the middle somewhere. Right, let's look at our London blue coated quartz plain rounds. We've got these from 7mm going up to 15. London blue colour. If this were London blue topaz, this is almost a rerun of Sunday's show in some respects, because I had this strand on Sunday night, and I said then what I'll say now is, if this were 55 carats of London blue topaz, which is often what we see in London blue, it would be around about somewhere between, well, should be, for the quality of the stone, the equivalent London blue topaz would probably be priced somewhere between £50 and £100 for a strand this size, even giving you that flexibility to make what you want with it. Same colour tone going on here, but not anywhere near the same colour same price tag as London blue topaz. Hi Derek, how's the chain mail going? I've made 3 bracelets and sold all 3 and have 5 commission orders, says Katrina in Bristol. Well done. Well, you know what happened with me in chain mail. I started making rings, Angela, out of 0.4 wire. 0.4. Yeah. See, Angela's reaction to that is
no.
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 No. I've been gizmoing in 0.6 and tried to weave in 0.6 wire and making jump rings out of 0.4. So of course I made a lovely long, what I thought was a lovely long chain, and the links just dropped off all over the place. So I need to go back to the drawing board on that. Apparently I need a little, I need a jump ring maker of some sort. Anyway, back to our London blue coated colour quartz. Thank you, Katrina, and well done, Katrina, as well. It's nice to see people having success stories. Even I'd love to hear from those people tonight who never intended to make money from their jewellery making, but it just kind of happened by osmosis. A friend said, "Oh, would you make me one of those? I'll pay you." 60777, start your message with JM Studio. If that was you and now you found, hang on a second, I've given up my job and this is my job now as well. We'd love to hear from you. £3.95 for this. That's beautiful, isn't it? £3.95. I know, isn't it ridiculous? Too low, too low. That's why there isn't a flurry of people jumping in, because they're kind of going, hang on, London Blue anything, £3.95. Seeing is believing. Talking of which, sorry, I've just got to show you this. Just got to show you this for a minute. Is this coated opal? Oh, it's aquamarine coated. Now, you know I'm very much a purist when it comes to coatings and gemstones and things, but when it adds something, then I'm happy. It's the same kind of sort of colour presence as labradorite almost, isn't it? It's coated aquamarine. I like it. Right, that's coming up later. Sorry, I got distracted here. Rose gold spacer tubes, here they are. Now, we measured these, didn't we? They are 50 millimetres in length by our little measuring, I think it was. Let's have a little look, shall we? Because you're actually getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of these. Yeah, 15 millimetres. Yay! These are good, aren't they? And they're in sterling silver and they're rose gold plated. They're brilliant. Very, very. It's a nice big aperture there as well. I think you can probably get your 0.8 maybe through there.
Definitely a 6.
Yeah.
Possibly an 8.
Nice. Like it. Very much like it. And you've got 10 of these. Again, I think this kind of element, quite often you're tempted to maybe buy 1 or 2, or maybe you're only offered 1 or 2 in a pack that you see out and about. 10, that's a good number, isn't it? 5 down the left, 5 down the right, you've got a nice dramatic, you know, neckline piece. Imagine combining with the agate rose from the kit and the fire polish.
Oh, yes.
Lovely.
Very much so. In fact, one of the... there's a sort of motivational speaker that I follow.
Yes.
And yesterday she had on a very beautiful but very simple necklace. And it was just a bar and it was rose gold going right across sort of like the collarbone like that.
Ah.
And I'm thinking you could put 3 of those with 3 of the fire polished beads.
Yes.
And create that similar look going right across the neckline.
Do you know, I think we had something on the mid-show that was along those kind of lines, like a bar that went across. It was chain either side and it was a bar in the middle. I don't know why. I'm sure when we were looking at the monitors, when we were chatting in the office this afternoon, I'm sure there might have been something similar on the mid-show today. Have a little look on the products available if you're watching us on the web down there somewhere, I think. It will show you. You can go back through the mid-show. Ah, that's good. Right, 49p each for sterling silver, plated in gold, with that lovely sort of sandblasted texture to them, which is really nice because it just picks up the light so much more. It's beautiful. I mean, you can see if I lift up my mat there just very, very quickly, you see just how sparkly they are, how bright they are. Even compared, you know, to the brightness of the tweezers, which are stainless steel. I mean, you look, that is quite delicious, isn't it? And to have 10 of those to play with, oh, I always say play with, because actually I think sometimes it's good to sort of see it like play, because it's like adult play, isn't it? You know, when you're, well, it is though, isn't it? No, it is, because when you're a little boy or a little girl, you play in sand pits, don't you, with, you know, water and sand and everything else. And when you're an adult, to do sensible things. I love it, seriously. And even if you have no intention of, you know, going into business or, you know, making it a big formal thing and, you know, having that, because, you know, that can actually add a pressure to your shoulders to some degree. Maybe you just don't want to go in that direction. Maybe you're just purely making for pleasure for yourself, for friends, for family. And maybe just one day comes the right day where you're offered the way out of, you know, your 9 to 5 to go in a different direction. Fantastic. But when you're starting out, just enjoy it. Just do what I'm doing at the moment, which is literally I'm putting things together, seeing how it looks. If it doesn't look right, take it apart, start again. So easy. So easy. £4.95. In fact, Lord Sugar's calling Angela right now to say, you know, I've got a deal for you. Got a deal for you right now.
Sorry.
That's all right. She's rumbling over there. Right, what should we do next then? Right. Okay. Now, it just will happen. It just will happen that now we have another royal engagement on our hands. The associations will be made completely and utterly. We will. I'm not sure if it's happened yet because obviously we've got these ahead of time. The announcement of their engagement was only last week. But imagine now how prices of agate coming out of Botswana, because people will want it. They'll want that same kind of connection because I think I'm right in saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right in saying that Meghan Markle's engagement ring, the central diamond, the big, it's a whopper of a diamond as well. Good lad, I say. They say a month's wages. I mean, I'm not sure what a month's wages is to a prince, but he certainly did well, I think. So the centre diamond in Meghan's engagement ring is a diamond from Botswana because they got to know each other through spending some special time in Botswana. So it has a massive... yeah, adult play. They had some special time in Botswana, so it means something really significant to their journey, to their romance and everything else. But this is pretty much the only gemstone, I think. I can't think of many other gemstones that are actually coming specifically out of Botswana. And this I know is our favourite. In terms of agate, you get a lot of solid colour agate varieties. This is the only one that has that lovely sort of unique nature to every one of these, and they are huge. We had the last 20 of these, by the way, this big 700 carat strand. I have no idea how much it is, but I want to know. Oh, that's good. Now, if you are, I can see Angela nodding away there. So if you are selling and you want to use that Botswana association, you would not take advantage, but you would ride the wave that comes with these things.
It's all about your marketing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about marketing that, you know, in big bold letters, it's Botswana,
yes,
agate, you know, and whether you use one or the whole strand, it's going to be a talking point. You know, you're going to get customers talking. People are going to remember Meghan's beautiful diamond ring that Prince Harry designed apparently as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, it's going to get people talking. And as you say, it's supply and demand.
Yes.
You know, and
it is.
I can definitely see any gemstone coming out of Botswana having an ultimate premium price. Definitely.
Our cost price for the gemstone will inevitably start going north. And remember, the engagement was only announced, what, a week ago? So imagine as we come up, you know, we've got between now and May, you know, until the wedding, and then, I mean, you know, the Kate Middleton association with Sapphire, isn't it? That's still very much in play. Still very much in play, as an affected sapphire prices for, you know, made pieces of jewellery. So people are looking for other alternatives, which is great. So hand makers who can get hold of their sapphire, you know, affordably, can use a lot of it very affordably, and, you know, again, ride the wave of that popularity. It was the same with Princess Diana as well, wasn't it? With the great big, the big oval sapphire design. You know, that went on for a long time.
It's still going on now because, yeah, I mean, I have seen on other shopping channels where they're still selling the big blue stone and the diamonds around it. So, you know, again, those things don't ever die out. They're with us for a long time. Yeah. As I'm sure Botswana agate will become super popular.
Yeah. And I don't know, and again, this is just my own personal opinion, but I just think this royal wedding, moreover than any other, just feels so natural, just feels so accessible to all of us. Do you know what I mean? I just think everyone's just very, very sort of genuinely happy for two people who are genuinely in love. And you know, sometimes with royals, you kind of think, you know, it's like how the other half live. We're so detached from them. But I think with Harry, you just kind of think, good on you. I'm glad you're happy. You know, you've had your fun, and you've been in the papers for this, that, and the other, and whatever. My own personal opinion, not that of immediate media TV. And I just look at them and I just think, good on you. Have wonderful, happy lives. Right, what should we do next then? Sorry, there you go. There's my royalist speech, all done and dusted. Now it's time for one of these. And I'm not one way or the other at all. I like to keep an open mind on everything. But yeah, you know, when I saw that interview that they did together, I just kind of thought, yeah, nice couple, nice couple. Apparently, I just heard that the wedding ring was worth how much? £122,500. I heard.
122,500.
Yeah, £122,500.
Estimated value of it.
Estimated value.
Oh, you don't want to be losing that.
Well, it is actually priceless if you think about it, isn't it? Because the two outer diamonds came from one of Diana's pieces of jewellery, didn't it? So, technically priceless, isn't it? And good on them. Right, what should we do now? Sorry. Larimar, Larimar, Larimar. There you are, my darling. Look at that. Oh, love this gemstone. And I love your access to this gemstone as well, because this is that gemstone that, you know, the tiniest pieces sell for hundreds of dollars when you go into the Caribbean. Especially if you're a cruise passenger, it would seem. Which you've just recently been, haven't you, Angela?
I have, yes.
You have?
Yes.
Did you see Larimar when you were away this time around?
I didn't on this particular ship.
You were all too busy reggaeing, that's why, weren't you?
Absolutely.
She's too busy rocking and rolling, aren't you?
Didn't get down to the shops this time. But usually you see Larimar is one of those gemstones that you'll always see on cruise ship shops in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And they come with a very hefty price tag.
They do. They do. Because it's such an exotic gemstone. I think that's why. It's such an exotic gemstone. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. It's lovely. And quite often, quite often some people's first experience of Larimar is, oh yeah, we went on a cruise to the Caribbean and found this amazing gemstone. And, you know, that's often people's first experience of this gemstone. But the more people who are taking cruise holidays to places like the Caribbean, the more people know this gemstone. And you just don't find it in the UK. You just do not find it in the UK. Other, it seems, than on TV, funnily enough. There really isn't a lot of it sort of rattling around. In fact, if all of you looked in a mirror right now and said to yourselves, do I know anyone who has any Larimar jewellery? Chances are most of you would say, no, I don't think so. What's so lovely about it? I think it's its colour palette, actually. It always makes me think of the Caribbean, not just because it's sold in the Caribbean, because its one location is the Dominican Republic, but it's almost like, I've never been to the Caribbean myself. I've been talking about it on telly for I don't know how many years, but I've never been there. But I imagine looking up into the sky on any day in the Caribbean and seeing that lovely blue, maybe a little wisp of a white cloud coming through every now and again, but, you know, temperatures that don't drop below, you know, the 30-somethings, looking up in that blue sky, seeing, it's a happy gemstone, isn't it? There's a real association of happiness and joy and summer holidays and, oh, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I long to go to the Caribbean. Definitely, definitely.
Oh, you must go.
Yeah, I've got to.
You're going to love it.
And I'm encouraging, obviously, as many people to... I talked to you about cruise holidays on another channel, but I'm encouraging as many people to go to the Caribbean as possible, because, of course, they need our help in terms of rebuilding what those awful storms, you know, brought. We're so lucky here, aren't we, in a way, that we're able to deal with things like that. In countries like that are less able to deal with that kind of thing. So, actually, the more people that carry on going, the more support to that infrastructure there is. Look at this. Oh, not on the cruise channel I'm on, Kerry. I don't get discounts because the prices are so good in the first place. It's true, you know. Anyway, that's another channel. One of the many others. I'm sorry, I am on your telly everywhere. I do apologise. Only apologise. Yeah, I'll be on at least probably 2 or 3 somewhere else right now. Anyway, don't go looking. Stay here, because this is live now. Live at 7:48 in the evening. How is it 10 to 8, by the way? I know I say this every show I'm here, but how is it nearly halfway through the show already? I don't know. Larimar, then. Let's get you some Larimar at an affordable price. Okay, the average price, and I know because I've heard from so many people, because of all these different channels that I do, I quite often hear from people who watch the cruise channel, have been on the cruise holidays, and then have seen me here and sent me a message saying, "Ooh, you're there and here. Well, let me tell you how much I spent on so-and-so when I was on a cruise in so-and-so." There you go, $39.95. I would say if you took this strand to the Caribbean with you, knowing that you only pay $39.95, I wonder how much pieces with equivalent size gemstones might cost you in the Caribbean. I have no way of knowing, I've never been. I hear the stories that come back though. And Larimar is very heavily marketed in the Caribbean, very, very heavily indeed. It's kind of, you know, it's everywhere. That's beautiful though, isn't it? $39.95. That would make some lovely pieces for sort of springtime as well. I know we're looking forward a little bit, but I also understand now why jewellery makers work so far ahead, because actually making one piece, you know, you pick it up to start it and you won't necessarily finish it in one sitting, will you? You'll come back to it and there'll be some days where you think, oh, I can't be bothered to do that. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of something else and do a quick make today and then go back to my major project another.
Yeah, absolutely. But also if you're selling, then you have to think in advance. You've got to do your marketing, your advertising, your photography, uploading it on your website and all of that. There's a lot to do. So working in advance really is going to give you that head start. But what I love about this particular strand is if we do see Larimar here, which isn't very often, it's usually nuggets.
Yes.
So having them in this sizable pear drop, which is a gorgeous shape, I think is really, really special. But you're right, you know, you could go to the Caribbean and get the tiniest one on that strand and it'll set you back a couple of £100 set in sterling silver.
Really?
Seriously.
Wow, I didn't realise it was such big numbers, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it does. I know, you know, people have spent a lot of money out in the Caribbean on Larimar. Have come back and have switched on a channel like this and gone, oh my, what have I done? What have I done? Anyway, $39.95 and you can have all that Larimar. Next up, this is rather nice, isn't it? This is rather nice because this, funnily enough, and it's not instantly recognisable actually, but this is actually aquamarine. I know, doesn't feel like it should be, does it? But this is aquamarine which has been given a coating. It's been given a mystic coating. But when we say mystic coating, usually that means like purple and black, doesn't it? Or you know, purple and green. But actually this mystic coating is making this look very much like Ethiopian opal, I think. You know, it's red, it's almost like a pinfire kind of colouring, isn't it? That's really, really gorgeous. I love it. And you know me and coatings, I'm very honest with you. And you know, when it comes to gemstones, I am quite a purist. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of coatings unless they're adding something. And actually this really does. This really does. I'll sometimes stand clear of some pieces that are coated and I think, well, that's not really for me, but it's not for me to judge for anyone else. But this, I do like. It's because the aquamarine has such a solid base itself. Wonderful. What do you think, Ange?
I think it's beautiful. But it does remind me of opal.
Yeah.
Sort of like the background tones. So I think it's due to the beauty of that coating, the mystic coating.
Yeah.
I love mystic coating anyway.
Yeah. Very clever,
you know
isn't it?
me, I love a sparkle.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's beautiful. Very unusual.
Good for party season as well, actually.
Yeah.
Very good for party season. And very good on your price point as well. £6.95. And remember, that's silver, 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 all of the way through. What am I talking about? Silver all the way through. Sorry. Do you know, I was looking at something else and that made me completely... I found that, you know that little wreath charm that we couldn't find earlier? I've got it here now. Sorry. Forget what I said about silver. I don't know what I was talking about. This is aquamarine. I've lost my mind. I've actually just lost my mind on TV. Never mind. Hey ho. Aquamarine. Oh dear. Anyway, there you go. PBRU 81, 50 carats, lots and lots of different pieces there for you to work with as well. Very, very nice. Are we going to squeeze that? Yeah, let's do it. Now this is silver. This is nice because this is one complete little circle. And this would make a great start for a pendant. Brilliant. Just thread a chain through it and just go for your life. In fact, I think you can wire wrap around those flowers as well. Add some more. Do you know what I'd love to do is add a waterfall of chains. Do you know what I mean? Shorter, longer, 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 longer in the middle and then coming back up again. I'd love to do that with this. Or you could actually wire net a cabochon in the middle of that if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could do. You could get one of the smaller Larimars and suspend it from that.
Yes, or if you had your 0.8 wire, what we did on Sunday night with Laura was actually create some, what do you call them? Sorry, I'm doing this for a reason. Prongs. Depending on the shape of your gemstone, you could actually make some claws, couldn't you? And bring them up through the flowers in the... We're calling this a wreath. But I would see it more as sort of like a ring pendant, really. Let's see if I can... I'm just going to thread it on a piece of chain here. And oh. From a knot in this chain, I've got it stuck in a flower now. This chain, honestly, this chain is just not friends with me tonight. So you could throw... Actually, we've got a chain coming up later, which would be better for this. So maybe not that curved chain, or now I've wrapped it up and... Anyway. You could wrap a chain around it if you wanted to, but I've got a better chain to go with it, actually. There's a Rolo chain coming up, isn't there? Oh, actually, it's got... Oh, it's a full station necklace. Oh, with jump rings. Oh, charm necklace. So you could add it to that if you wanted to. How simple is that? Yes, you could add your butterflies and your owls and all sorts to that, couldn't you? When are we doing that? We'll do it in the next hour. Fabulous.
You could even get your wire and turn that into a brooch as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that will look lovely as a brooch.
Nice as a... it's big enough to be, you know, the centrepiece is big enough to be a centrepiece. Yeah, for something quite dramatic. You could cage seed beads as well inside there, couldn't you? You could make a little gemstone dome out of smaller gauge wire as well. It's something that I did on my Christmas tree. I created a little pot for it to stand in out of wiring some beads together and then just making like a little basket almost. Oh! So many ideas, so little time. Anyway, we're nearly halfway through the show. Stay right where you are. After the break, we've got the must-have. We've got so many goodies coming up. I don't even know where to begin. So you go for a break, we'll go for a break. See you back here.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
We're very excited to welcome back the jewellery artist, designer and teacher Leslie Rojalski. Leslie is flying in straight from the USA to join us for our Seed Bead weekend and will be appearing on your screens this Saturday and Sunday from 9 AM. Along with our buying team, Leslie has designed some exclusive seed bead kits which she'll be demonstrating and sharing her invaluable hints and tips with you. The Jewellery Maker Seed Bead event this weekend.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
So here it is. No, I'm not allowed to sing anymore. That's it. Otherwise I'll have to send Noddy Holder a cheque. Which I don't mind, fine man, but I think he's got enough cheques to be getting on with, don't you? Anyway, welcome back. We are halfway through the show. Welcome to your late show. I am Derek. We've got lovely Angela Edwards with us as well, all the way through. Until 10 o'clock tonight, we've got our second kit coming up at 9 o'clock. Oh, it's a three-parter as well. Fantastic. What's in it? What have we got, Angela?
Just absolute loveliness.
Go on, give us some highlights.
Oh, my goodness. A heart of the ocean is what I'm going to say.
Oh.
It is absolutely, wow. Love it. Love, love, love. Out of all the kits I've ever had over the years, I think this one coming up is by far my favourite.
Really?
Love it.
Ooh, must be special then. Right, okay, so that's coming up at 9 o'clock. Hashtag can't wait. Oh, no, you can't do hashtag can't wait, can you? Because that's got a doodah in it, and you can't do a doodah in a hashtag, can you? You'd have to say hashtag cannot wait rather than can't wait. You can't put an exclamation in, can you? A thingy. Apostrophe. Thank you, Kerry. Apostrophe. Right, let's do Chrysocolla now. Now, most of the strands I see of this gemstone, I feel like I'm going to repeat something you said earlier, Angela. Most of the strands I see in this gemstone are nuggety strands or irregular shapes, like big chunks. I like the fact that these are rondelles. That makes this very universal. I could make myself a little bracelet with that straight away. And Chrysocolla is not a gemstone I'd ever thought of that a guy could wear. Just so happens I've got my my tartan shirt on tonight because it's winter and I'm keeping warm. And I thought I'd just bring a little bit of, you know, Christmas tree colour in with me. But actually, that works quite nicely. And, you know, there are certain unmentionable brands that at this time of year, well, there's certainly a brand which is more pointed towards gents, I believe, with similar style bracelets to the look of this, where you would be looking at minimum price tag with, and the only addition to that will be some beading thread and some tiny silver round beads. Well, I think they're silver. They don't actually say. I don't know. I'm not knocking them. But that bracelet, the minimum price, especially Christmas time, because they're in only the biggest department stores, £120 plus.
Yeah, easily.
And when you love someone,
Easily.
when you love someone, doesn't price go out the window? Doesn't it? You kind of think, well, if you like it, you want it, there you go, I'll get it for you. But you can actually make your own version
Yeah.
much more affordably.
Well, I did when my son was at uni, and there was a student brand, clothing and fashion brand, that all the uni kids are well into.
You haven't got a son at uni, surely?
No, he's finished uni.
No. Well, she doesn't look anything
Yeah.
over 32, does she?
And so this fashion brand was quite expensive.
Yeah.
So I taught him how to make these bracelets that they were charging like 20-30 quid for, and he made them like for about £1 with our materials.
Yeah.
And he ended up selling them to his uni friends. So they still had the look and the style, and he had money in his pocket.
And if there's one thing we know about students, if they can make a few quid along the way, tally ho, brilliant. It's always needed, isn't it? It's always needed. You can upgrade from the cereal all day then, can't you, to, you know, something in a tin maybe. You know what I mean? When you're struggling as a student. I think struggling is it's a
Yeah.
very loose term, isn't it, though, really?
Definitely, but I can definitely see lots of men and teenagers wearing this strand, and as you say, because of the shape, it lends itself perfectly for those unisex style bracelets.
Becky, my darling, is there any treatment to this at all? Just checking. Because the one thing about this, I think that people look at and they think, that must be dyed, that must be dyed, that must have had something done to it, because it's you look at the colour of it and you think, yeah, there must have been something done to that. Because I wanted to know, because obviously if you're wearing something like this an awful lot, you know, especially on the wrist, you want to make sure that you're not going to turn the colour of the gemstone as well. I now want one of these. Oh, I definitely want one of these now. How much are they? Sorry, how many are there, should I say? Right, 78 available, £19.95. I've never, honestly, just after popping that around my wrist there, imagine making just a very, very simple gents stretchy bracelet. I say gents, completely and utterly universal, but potentially a gent. Gents are really difficult to buy for at Christmas, aren't they? You know, I mean, if they don't wear smart shirts, then cufflinks are out. Do you know what I mean? Because you kind of think cufflinks are more occasion. And dare I say, I'm sorry for saying this, but I think cufflinks, unless you've got a purpose for them, unless you've got, you know, an interview or a regular event, you kind of think that's something you give someone in a box that goes into a drawer. Ah, now somebody wants to see these with the pearls that we've got here on the T-bar together. Good idea, Laura. What do you think? Let's have a little look. I actually think they would go just as nicely with, we've got a, I think it's a unikite strand, is it? In this, is it unikite? Let me show you the strand that I'm talking about. Or is that rhodonite, is it? I think it would go just as nicely with that. And do you know with your Chrysocolla, let me just give you another idea for a second. You know we have this sterling silver charm necklace coming up a little bit later. In fact, next, where the connectors are, where the jump rings are in the chain there, you simply opened up the jump ring and threaded the stone through, or maybe added another tiny jump ring to give it a little bit of a drop away. How nice would that be?
I think that looks stunning with the sterling silver. Yeah, beautiful. Or even if you just took one and used it on the leather cord.
Yeah.
You know, on your silver chain, I think, because it's such a standout gemstone, isn't it?
Yes.
I think those colours, those tones, the way that they sort of blend together is very attractive. It stands out. So I think for me, just one or even three would give you that dramatic look.
Good for 1995 as well. Very nice. Okay, make sure that if you want those, that you check them out as quickly as you possibly can. Now, the must-have is a lovely bundle of 12 pieces of amber, all in sterling silver. Some are connectors. Well, they're all connectors, but they're all set in silver. So you've got some lovely earring drops. You've got two of those. I say earring drops, they can be whatever you want to. They don't have to be earrings, but you're getting two of them. You're getting two double-sided connectors, two single-sided square cabs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these lovely pair-dropped double connectors, all in one bundle. It's one of the most, I think, again, quick win amber bundles that you can go for here at JM, because it's all, you know what the lavish nature of the silver is with the amber, and this is the same amber. Remember when in birthday week when we had the major sort of first big event, didn't we? It was around birthday week or earlier this year when we launched it. This is the same Polish amber from the same supplier, so the same quality, same colour tones that you've been buying already, but all together as a nice bundle. It's a really nice little Christmas gift almost from JM to you, which is lovely. Let's next, shall we? And I love the fact that this is it's a Belcher necklace to all intents and purposes, finished off with a very, very high quality lobster claw clasp, by the way, just so that you know. And it has lots. Let's equalise it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, is it? 9 connectors, lobster claw clasp at the top. It's 20 inches in length, but again, if you want to make it slightly shorter, it's a Belcher, so you can shorten it through any of the links. You can lengthen it if you want to add, you know, your own connector, your own, extender to this. And again, because those sterling silver jump rings, now let's see, are they open or are they closed? Are they solid? They are solid jump rings on there. But again, you could pretty much leave this as it is. It is ready to wear as it is. You don't need to add anything to it. But I think this is really designed so that, remember we had the charms earlier. Might be the butterfly, might be the rose, might be anything else that you have. Remember, sometimes it's a simple head pin with a pearl or something like that to add a charm if you wanted to. So actually you could lose the visibility of the rings if you wanted to by head pin through a pearl. We've got these big pearls coming up a little bit later, which would look amazing. So maybe take a head pin through a pearl that size, but also thread on a sterling silver charm at the same time. That would be rather nice. In fact, do you know what I'm doing? I'm probably combining too many ideas in one. I should take your advice, Angela, shouldn't I?
No.
Keep it simple. Ooh. I'm trying to go way over.
No, ideas are brilliant. Can't have too much of them, Derek.
That's true. That's true. What's the gram weight on this? Right, 8 3/4 grams of sterling silver. Now, can I just tell you, I don't know what the price tag of this is, but I can tell you roughly about 1.7, 1.8 grams here. Oh my word. Right, Okay, so 8.75, Becky, if you will, for me, my darling, divided by 1.7. 1.7 gives us 5.14. Right, so 1.7 grams of silver. There is a logic to what I'm saying, by the way. So 1.7 grams of silver, roughly speaking, seems to be £10 here at Jewellery Maker. So 5.14 times 9.95 gives us a heck of a lot more, basically, than our 27.95. In fact, there is a well-known, and I have to be very careful how I say this, I'm not denigrating any other business, I promise you, but there is a well-known sterling silver retailer that does deal with linked silver pieces that would offer you a belcher chain of this kind of gravity, because this is way beyond any of the chains that we do in terms of its thickness and its gravity and its weight and its, I want to say, gusto. That's what I want to say, gusto. We would be looking at 3-figure price tags in the retailers that I am kind of, I promise you I'm not making any direct comparisons nor denigrating that business. I've shopped there before. I love it. And again, if you want some ideas for your amber connectors bundle coming up as your must-have at 8:30, this is surely going to be a joy. Do you know what I mean? Oh my word. Now just adding that one amber, because remember there are, it is 9 connectors, isn't it? Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, so it's 9, so it's an even number. So if I put that through the central connector at the bottom there, I'd have equal numbers of empty silver jump rings on either side. I mean, isn't that, and again, I don't think I'm overblowing here at all to say that, my personal opinion only, that could sell in the right window, in the right place, high 100s, even nipping into the 200s, maybe a special offer at 199.99 or something. I think that's amazing. That would be such a good, and that's only using one of the 12 amber connectors, by the way, in your bundle, which is coming up at 8:30. Blows your mind, doesn't it? Because when you think about it, Jewellery Maker is no good unless it gives you the opportunity to buy it what's more like a wholesaler's kind of price tag and be able to make a realistic return if you do want to sell. There's no point if the price is, you know, if you go bust in buying the materials and you never see that coming back. There's no point in us then, is there?
No. See, I absolutely adore pieces like this because I'm very much into my keepsake items.
Yeah.
And if you've got like a collection of charms, you could create a really special piece for somebody by just adding and attaching a selection of charms like the owl charms, the butterfly charms, and really personalising it for someone. Beautiful.
Wonderful. Oh, well done. Got lots and lots of people checking that out. I have got some sort of mirror chain here actually, which we'll do in a wee while for you. I think it's a metre length actually. So we're going to bring that to you very, very shortly. I'm just going to wrap it around there for a second, just let you have a little look from a distance. But we'll be seeing that in its full force very, very shortly for you. Right, let's do... Yay, love this gemstone. Love this gemstone. Very oceanic. Again, we saw this together if you were with me on Sunday night. Oh, there were only 13 people with us on Sunday night because, you know, there were lots of other things going on, weren't there? It was just myself and Laura Binding and the crew talking to each other for 4 hours. It was fun. We had a great show, though. A brilliant show. I was so inspired. So if you weren't here on Sunday, actually you're almost getting sort of Sunday highlights here, which is great. 250 carats. Now, if you think that that's spread between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces only, that's huge carat weights, isn't it? That's knocking, what, 30, 40 carat pieces. which is brilliant, really, isn't it? That's not an opportunity you have very often. Again, if I just literally just across the room, look. I mean, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I put such a miserable face on there. But do you see the size of them? Brilliant, aren't they? Oh, okay. What, for all of them? Okay. I should know this by now, shouldn't I? Kerry's behind the camera going, honestly, how long have you been here? $5.95. I'm still only Mr. Fill-In, though, you see. See, after tonight, I'm not here for a week. I know, a whole week. I think it's next Wednesday late show next. But I am spending the weekend with our sister channel, the Sewing Quarter, which would be good. That's a 3 o'clock alarm call, that. So that's an early call, that.
How are you going to cope without us, Derek?
I'll be back as quickly as I can. As quickly as... You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to be watching JM all day long. So once I've done that, I'm finished by 12 there at lunchtime. So a couple of hours shut-eye, and I'm back on the app. And I'll bring my wire working with me, and my seed beads, and, you know, everything else that I'm playing with at the moment. Brilliant. Right. The must-have is coming up for you at 8:30. It's not too far away. Remember, it's those 12 amber connectors, and they're all in lovely, well, a lot of them, 3 sets of them are in pairs, which is great. And then you've got those 6 beautiful little pair drop connectors as well. That's going to be brilliant. So 8:30, not long to wait at all. What happened to our extra, Becky? Did it not materialise? You know the one Sam was telling us about? No. No. I can't tell you. I won't tell you because you'll no. Good job we solved the coloured wire wire only bundle. We've got some more of that coming up a wee bit later, or the remainder of that. So if you haven't seen that yet, brilliant. Zambian amethyst next for you. Don't know why I'm pointing there. I'm pointing like it's a bus stop. 40 carats of beautiful 4mm rounds. I love working with 4mm rounds, Angela. They're just universal, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're a brilliant size. And because if you, say like, you know, on the previous item, the Amazonite,
yes,
and you want to just fill that space in
yes,
between them, they will work perfectly.
Yeah.
But then, you know, they're great for stretches, great as accent beads, or of course you could do your beady bead technique and make a larger statement. So they are universal and a great size to have in your stash.
The other thing is, I think with 4mm beads is you can seed bead next to them and graduate up and down to and from them, and also you can work your way to bigger beads of the same gemstone, of different gemstones. It's quite nice because actually you talk about stepping up in seed beading, going from a 15-0 to an 11-0 to an 8-0 to a 6-0, or super duo or the Cali beads or whatever it may be. But you can do the same in beads as well, can't you? Do that lovely graduated step up. In fact, we've got some other. Now, what are these? These are multicoloured tiger's eye. We've got a strand of those. So imagine stepping up to, you know, something that's very, very close in colour, these purple coloured tiger's eye here. So stepping up, you can do it nice and gently from a 4mm up to, I think these are 8mm round. You can step up and down very, very easily. And thinking about it, if you've got seed beads which follow the colours of your gemstones, and a lot of our seed beads do, actually it makes it a little bit more affordable as well, because you can step up and fill spaces with your seed beads, which are, you know, okay, you might not be a seed bead person. I'm just thinking left and right, because to be honest with you, before I came here, I wasn't a seed bead person either. I wouldn't have given you anything for seed beads. But you know what? Being around this talented bunch here, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to give it a try. It's probably not for me, but I'm going to give it a try. Oh, love it. Love it. Love it a bit too much, actually, I have to say.
I'm the same, to be honest. I was like, no, seed beads not for me.
Yeah.
And I was sent a kit and I was tempted to sort of message the team and say, I don't work with seed beads.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, give it a try.
Yeah.
Absolutely love them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm up at silly hours of the night with a little light, one of those bendy lights, you know, making sure that I can see what I'm doing and whatever in the middle of the night. And I know it's good to see bead in good daylight actually, rather than doing that. But yeah, no, I love it. And 6 months ago, I wouldn't have given you tuppence for a seed bead. But yeah, what I would say for those people, and listen, nothing I say is going to change your mind if you're determined. If you are a genuine gemstone person, whatever, you know what, I'm not going to get in your way whatsoever. But all I can say is from my own personal experience, I've tried it. And I'm not saying this for any loaded reason. I don't have any seed beads on tonight. We had our Calis earlier, but that's it. I gave it a try, thinking I'm not going to enjoy this. I'll do a little something and then that'll be that. I've got so many beading needles, I cannot tell you. Brilliant. Anyway, this sterling silver wire that we've been seeing, here it is, and a whole metre of. Usually with this kind of link, we're limited to a certain size. It'll be a 20-inch chain or a 16-inch chain or an 18-inch chain with the connectors already in. And you've got to do quite a lot of work to kind of expand that. Here you have a whole metre. And remember, in inches, a whole metre is 39.5 inches, which is pretty good. So you've got a lot to work with there. Oh, you know that waterfall thing I was going to do earlier? Underneath the wreath pendant, I was thinking about doing this with a curb chain, nice and straight. I'm looking at this, thinking with all of its twists and turns and its lovely sort of chandelier sparkle, this would be a good contender for that, because I could cut it down into lengths, couldn't I? So, a metre, I don't know, I keep pointing over there, so there's nothing to look at. A metre of 925 sterling silver. So you could use any length that you want to, up to that metre, and of course multiply more metres if you need more than one. Coming in, oh, right, coming in at a little bit more than an average 20-inch ready-made up. Merry Christmas. Because the average 20-inch made up is about $9.95, isn't it? Give or take. So $11.95, 39.5 inches, a whole metre to work with. What would you use this for, Angela?
Well, I just love it as it is. For me, bracelets, necklace, earrings, ankle chains, that sort of thing. But I was thinking that, you know, on cruise ships particularly, they sell
by the inch.
By the inch.
Yes.
So, you know, and it's not even sterling silver, it's plated.
Yes.
And, you know, so if you're talking sterling silver at its best at 39 inches, you're talking £39 straight away. So at $11.99, that's an incredible price for sterling silver. Yeah. Beautiful.
It's very true, actually. Quite often when you go to places where you can buy by the inch chain, it's quite often, and we're not sniffy about base metals, you know, we do it as well, so it keeps everything affordable. But I don't know many places where you could say, I have a whole metre of that nothing but sterling silver chain, please. I've only got £12 though. Do you think you'd get laughed out of the shop? You know what I mean? Yeah. And this isn't plated. This is not, you know, silver on something, which is fine. Silver on brass is very affordable, which is great. But this is silver on silver. When you can buy the best, let's buy the best. Oh, is it? Oh, get the orchestra ready. It's time for the big event. Okay, time for the must-have now. This is a big, big offering, I have to say. I don't think I've seen this much amber together in one kind of presentation. In fact, full stop. I honestly don't think I've been able to offer you so much amber in one item code together. I think often what we do is we sell the connectors one by one, or sometimes in pairs, or sometimes it's 3 pieces of amber that are connected together with silver. I don't think I've had the opportunity to offer you 12 different elements in one bundle before. I'm just going to take you back for a second, back to that sterling silver charm necklace that we had earlier, where it already has 12 solid sterling silver jump rings connectors attached. This is just one of the amber elements from this bundle. Just adding it to that complete necklace, that big Belcher necklace in silver, the necklace was 27, was it? Becky, the necklace? Was it 27.95? And one of the 12 elements from this bundle, price will, you know, will be along shortly, obviously, for the must-have. And for me, in my mind, you've got a price tag of maybe even beyond the sort of 200 mark for that complete piece. And I honestly don't think that's over-egging the pudding as well. There's no benefit for me to do that at all. Okay, so you have actually 1, 2, 3, 4 different elements in your bundle of 12 here. So you've got a pair of these lovely drops, and you see you've got the pair drops swinging independently inside this lovely oval of the sterling silver. So you have a pair of those. You've got a pair of these double connector square amber pieces, and the quality of the amber, oh my word, it's unbelievable. You have also a pair of the same size squares but with single connectors, so just the single loop on the top. You've got a pair of those, so there they are, or there's one of them at least. And then these, which are just, oh, love these, love, love, love. I remember I've seen a couple of times, I think 2 or 3 of these together sold as one. To have 6 free as a bird, you can do exactly what you want with them. They're little pear pieces with a bezel made of that lovely sort of rope work in sterling silver. Well, yeah, I've got people checking out on this already. You can see the can they see the price on the web already? Okay, you can see the price on the web already, and I have to say the number of people that have checked out on this already, I knew you would love it. I knew you would love it. It's $59.95, which, again, I just have to say in context, what's a 12th of 59? Oh, 5, isn't it? 5 12s are 60. So no way. Sorry, just break this down for a second. Can you imagine being able to buy anywhere on planet Earth, in my personal opinion, where you could buy that element for less than a £5 unless it was plastic and not genuine amber? I have to say that's my own personal opinion, just to caveat. But £27.95 for your charm necklace, £5 now for your amber connector, making a grand total of £32.95. Let's call that your cost price, shall we? Even if I brought my $199.99 down, adding nothing else to the necklace, even if I brought that down to £125, it would still be, hello, mostly, it would still be mostly, well, you know, something to put towards the turkey and the Christmas food. Do you know what I mean? And do you know the thing about this is, if you did that, and this is just the perfect combo, I hope we've still got some of these left. If you did that, not only would you, yes, have a lovely, handsome profit if you played your cards right, but the person receiving that, the person who buys it from you, is absolutely chuffed to mint balls because they've got something that looks so much more expensive than the price they paid for it. And then you've got the follow-on joy, which is the person it's presented to and all the compliments they get. And imagine them then saying, oh yes, that was my sister made me this for Christmas. Do you not think there's going to be a lot of people saying, I need your sister's number? for the right kind of reason. For the right kind, for her jewellery making skills. Honestly, I should just take my shoes off right now, open my mouth and shove them straight in.
Don't take your shoes off.
No, I won't take my shoes off, don't worry. It's fine. I say there's no problem with it. My feet are beautiful. Very, very sweet smelling, gorgeous. Anyway, so you're getting 2 of these, you're getting 2 of the squares with the double connectors, you're getting 2 of the squares with the single connectors, and you're getting 6 of these gorgeous, gorgeous little pear drops. Look at that. Oh, has there been? Oh. Oh, okay, right, okay, I get it. There was a huge furore in my ear when I mentioned taking my shoes off. It's nothing to do with me. It's to do with other people that have. I did wonder, there was a bit of a, all right, I really won't take them off. They're boots anyway, so it's going to take ages to get them off. So, I've got so many people with this bundle tonight, and I'm not surprised. I am not surprised at all. I don't think I've ever taken my shoes off, other than to try on a pair of slippers at the shoe channel that I'm on. That's the only reason I would ever take my shoes off in a studio. I mean, I have to work with people. That's brilliant. Are there any of these left, Becky? Would you, darling, put the details down here for because this is well worth having. I think we've struck gold here, Angela, don't you think?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, on the larger piece, on the larger piece
Of amber?
yeah, of the amber.
Yeah.
Could you detach the centerpiece from the outer element?
I think yes, you
Because I'm
probably
just
could.
thinking that if you could, then you're going to increase your quantity to 14 pieces. Because then you could use that
yeah.
cab essentially separately.
Yes.
And use the outer sterling silver for something else.
I think if you went in with your very gingerly with your fret saw, I would take, or the saw that would go through silver. I don't think you could do it with your flush cutters. I don't think there's enough space to get in there. But I think if you had, is it a fret saw where you can? Like you would saw up copper sheet. I think you could get through there. You might have a little bit of filing work to do after that, but yes, you could.
But you could, so potentially, you know, it's going to open up more opportunities for you. But if I was at home, I would be getting these, because for me, it's, you know, I just see the potential, the opportunities, and you know, if you're selling or gifting, you know, people are busy up to Christmas. They've been busy with their Christmas fairs. They're, you know, prepping all sorts of things. And if you've got a gift that you need to give last minute, this is perfect. Just popping it on some ear wires or on a chain, and you're good to go. Yeah.
Can I say, I've put the details for you of the Belcher chain down here. If you're looking at $27.95 and thinking, oh gosh, actually that's a bit north from Jewellery Maker's regular prices, it's nearly 9 grams of sterling silver and a really, really hefty Belcher chain link. Look, I mean, you see how thick the sterling silver is on the bezels here for the pieces. And I know I've got the biggest piece there, but let me bring up one of the others. Let me bring up one of the squares with the single connectors and see again the thickness of the silver that they use with these pieces is amazing. Look, now even that, oh my word. And it's all about, well, I have to tell you, just to let you know, everyone who has the amber bundle, and I have to say, I had reservations as to whether, I'm going to be honest, I had reservations today as to whether this amber bundle, it's a great bundle, it's a fantastic price, but I had reservations, and we talked about it earlier, about whether this price point was suitable for this time in November. It's the right price for what we're seeing. It's beyond the right price for what we're seeing, to be honest with you. I just wondered whether where we are right now at the beginning of December, because everyone's focus is on buying for Christmas and everything else. But I'm so glad that so many of you have seen that this is an opportunity you've just got to reach out and grab for. Our kit team have actually been putting some of the some pieces of jewellery together, so I feel I should just show off their work as well, because they've spent some time doing that. So see how very, very simple earrings, using one of the pair connectors and then the larger one there at the bottom, using the two squares, or one with a double connector and one with a single connector there, making another drop earring. And again, beautiful, beautiful. This bracelet is lovely. There's a lot of people with their eye on this bracelet, let me tell you. This bracelet, Angela, if it were on your stall right now, let's assume that is sterling silver chain.
Yeah, I think for me that would probably be, you know, nearer the 3 figures. Probably about 90 pounds or so.
Yeah.
I mean, amber is one of those gemstones. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. It's got such, you know, interest as well. But, you know, all those 3 pieces I could easily see in a very high-end boutique selling for 3 figures.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
I love the 3D nature of those pear drops as well, because you can see the sterling silver. You know, on the other elements they are flat cabochons, but you can see on the pair connectors, of which you're getting 6 of them, remember, the bezel is through the centre of the amber. It's a pear shape, so you get that lovely demure shape from the pear itself, but when then you view it from the side, look at that. Now, I just have to add a word of I don't know if it's advice or what. I mean, remember, what I'm about to say, I'm not saying at all for loaded reasons. I just repeat again and again and again, ad infinitum, just so that you know. Unlike other shopping channels, as you might say, we are not on commission. I mean, obviously, if we sell nothing, you won't see us again. But we're not on commission. So what I'm about to say, I'm not saying for any loaded reason. How many do we have left, Becky, do we think? Really? That it? Okay, I didn't know that piece of information, which is why I had to ask. Should we just add that to this little bit of information here? Because I think that's well worth knowing. I was just about to say to you, I don't know how big this deal is. I can see all of the buyers. I mean, I can see people have multi-bought on this as well. Well done. But we are now, and because this isn't a deal, you know, like the coloured wire bundle that's just the coloured wire, thank you very much bundle, this is not the kind of deal that, it's not commercially good for us, actually, to be honest with you, because we quite often say, okay, it's 2 of this, or it's 2 of that, or it's 2 of these linked together, all as one item number, individually. This is working out per element that you're getting here. It's working out £5 per element. Now, you know, when we bring amber elements on screen, the lowest price I think I've ever seen on a single element of amber, because I remember the launch show when Carol had been to Poland and done the VT and everything else and come. When we did that first major show, I don't remember any pieces, maybe 1, maybe 2, that ever went under £10. Yeah. I really, because I remember watching, and I remember thinking, yeah, a lot of the single pieces. I mean, I don't have the access to be able to sort of dive in and find out what, you know, what original codes were and what they might have been sold for before. But, you know, to say that this element here, if I was selling that on its own, just this one here, you would be looking right now, breaking it down into the elements. Let's just have a look at this one. That is less than £5. I would not have that on its own item number at £4.95, would I? Would I? Ever? Hello? Anyone? No? No, never. Never. And again, if you want that as a pendant centerpiece, if you want this as a pendant centerpiece, just you know, that's not insubstantial. Do we? One of these. Okay, Becky's just done the digging and the homework. One of these sells alone for £12.95. Is that the 6 pairs, Becky? Okay, wow. Wow, we should have done this really, really quickly so that nobody ever knew this. The pack of connectors, so the pack of 6 connectors here, the pear-shaped connectors, sell on their own for £14.95. My word, that's good. That is very, very good. Just one? Is that the double connector or the single? Say that price again to me. I've honestly got the memory of a small gnat. One of these double-sided square cut connectors, its price is in the system at £14.95. So that's this one here, £14.95. At the moment in this bundle, they're actually working out at £4.95. Mind officially blown. 3 last chances if you want to get in. And I have got people multiplying. Now, word to the wise, I've got too many people wanting that too. So for that too, I have got 2 people wanting for each one of those. Did that make any sense? I've got more people wanting it than I've got. That's what I mean. Let me tell the people who are successful that you are successful. Amongst many others, by the way. Alex, Chris, Angela in County Antrim, Mary in Lancashire multi-buying, well done. Ruth, Karen, Mary and Jerry, well done. Brian and Angela, Helen and Chris, very regular customers with us. Collector in Gwynedd, well done. Ruth in South Yorkshire, yours is in the balance because I know it's in a basket. I'm not going to nag. Check out your basket. Wendy, Becky, Tina, again, skating on the ice. Fingers crossed that you get them. That's amazing. That is amazing. Wow. I think our job is done now. I think we can go home, Angela. I think that's it. I don't think we can top that tonight, can we? Can we? Do you think? Okay, I must stop pulling those faces, by the way, because if the wind changes direction, you know what I mean? If you believe that old, I want to say nonsense, because I don't think it's ever happened to anyone, has it? Has it ever happened to anyone? Anyone pulled a face in the wind? The wind has changed direction, they've stayed like that forever? Anyone? No. Right, what should we do now? Blue. Blue Peruvian opal. I've got a strand of this at home and I adore it. I adore it because most of it's blue, but not all of it's blue. That's the thing I love about it, actually. Some Peruvian opal is actually more the colour of almost like a fire opal-y kind of colour. It's really, really lovely. Some of it's white, some of it's glacial, you know, in its tone of blue. I mean, really bright, really, really vivid. It's amazing. 40 carats. I love it. Three by ones, up to 4x3s. Lots of them to work with as well. Really nice, isn't it? Would it go nicely, do you think, Oh, it's not here anymore.
With
But
Chrysocolla.
yes. Oh, yes, yes. Actually, I was thinking of Larimar, whether it would go quite nicely with your Larimar, and it might do. But yes, good call. Good call. With your Chrysocolla that we had earlier. In fact, did we start the hour with that? Did we, this hour? Yes, we started this hour with it, didn't we? That's lovely, isn't it? As a combo, together it works nicely. Check it out. And your opal, again, price tags. Perfect, 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 perfect for this time of the year. Actually, I think when it comes to Christmas times, yes, it would go very nicely with the pearls as well, wouldn't it? When it comes to this time of year, I think we're looking at spending little chunks of money, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? Because there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about this time of the year. So £6.95, just to kind of keep the stash topped up. Now, for this kind of colour, because it is so bright, Angela, what are you thinking in terms of using it?
Well, I mean, I always like to put this very sunshine colour because it reminds me of the sky, you know, with deeper dark tones like that Chrysocolla, with amethyst, with lapis, anything that's deep, just to give it balance. So that's my personal preference.
Yeah.
A smoky quartz as well, I would put that with if we had any. But equally the pearls, yeah, all the abalone that we've got on.
Oh,
yeah, that
good
would look
spot,
lovely
yes.
with it. Because it's that whole colour tone and it just lifts it. It adds a new dimension. Perfect combo, those three.
Yeah.
It just brings a whole new definition and depth to that sky blue colour. But equally on its own, it's beautiful. It just reminds me of, you know, the sky on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to actually, if you can find anywhere, some similar sizes of something like jasper rondelles or wheels, just alternate those and you've got that real sort of, you know, nukey surfer kind of, Bondi Beach kind of necklace, haven't you?
Absolutely. And do you know what, at this price at £6.95, you can easily get at least 2 bracelets out of that and a couple of pair of earrings. So for me, that's perfect for your Secret Santa deals or Secret Santa gifts for the office, you know. So you can, you know, give at least 3 people gifts out of this strand, and it's only cost you $6.95.
That's a good idea for the Secret Santa, isn't it? Because how many people make their Secret Santa? Not many, is it? Not many people, isn't it? Just nip out to wherever in their lunch hour, don't they? And quickly, hurriedly buy something, hopefully, that's already in a box and, you know, pretty much wraps itself. And it's always food related, isn't it? Always food related. Right, let's have pearls now. We've been looking at these for ever and ever and ever, haven't we? They're gorgeous. In fact, there's quite a few things tonight. In fact, how many facts in this? It's like a long sentence of nothing but facts, isn't it? This is the only pearls we've had tonight. Yeah. It's the only... I'd see no others. I see no other. Yes, often when we have a little bit of a pearl showing, we'll have sort of 6 or 7 offerings in a row, won't we? It's the only pearls we've seen tonight. I know. So, let's make it a good one then, shall we? These are button pearls, which are really lovely because, again, great for, as the name suggests, buttons if you like. You've got a cardigan or something and the buttons aren't particularly inspiring and these turn out to be the right size. Replace them. You could secure them with a little seed bead on top if you wanted to, very, very easily. Or make a lovely brooch. They're nice. How many have we got here? I'm going to have a little count up, Ben, sorry. Got to have a little count up. Right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 30. Did I just get to? Yeah, 30. So about 60 individual pearls to work with. Well, that's so many pieces of jewellery if you want it to be, isn't it, Angela?
Oh yeah, 30 pair of earrings. Yeah. 2 or 3 bracelets.
Yeah.
A necklace, ankle chains, charms. I think this, you know, if I know there's a lot of our customers buy our pearls and they sell them on, and I always think it's great to have different shapes, different sizes and different colours, and these we don't see the buttons very often, and if we do, we don't get this colour tone running through them, so definitely one for the stash.
So 30 pairs of earrings, would they ever be £1 a pair? No. No, definitely not. Well, I know some of the most affordable, and I know for a fact they're dyed pearls that, again, I've seen recently. And dyed pearls are fine. You can dye pearls any colour you like, but the lowest price, and I'm talking about not even here in the UK, actually, I've spent quite a lot of time, bizarrely, recently in Gibraltar. In fact, I'm about to go back in the middle of December for a weekend. Duty-free Gibraltar, remember. Still part of us, as it stands at the moment, although these things change on a day-to-day basis. Cheapest pair of stud earrings in pearls, dyed pearls, so, you know, run-of-the-mill pearls, 20 quid. That's duty-free. That's duty-free. There you go. And there's nothing remarkable about the pearls. And it's in the same style as every other pair of pearl stud earrings there are. And of course you can be as creative as you like. No. Yes, I knew there was. Sorry. Oh, are we? Oh, now we've got 3-part kit coming up after the break, which we're looking forward to. Carry on grabbing your $29.95. You think I would have noticed that before, wouldn't you? So a nice popcorn sterling silver chain coming up after the break. 3-part kit coming up after the break as well. That's going to be brilliant. How long have we got left now? Oh, have we? Can we do these multicoloured tiger's eye, Becky, then? Can we slip those in, do you think? Why not? Why not? Treats galore. I love this strand, actually. I've got some red tiger's eye rounds at the moment. I've got some left over from something I've just been working on, which sounds more sophisticated than it is. It's a wire Christmas tree. Actually, these would make quite nice baubles on my wire Christmas tree, I'm thinking, because you've got all kinds of sort of Christmassy tones. Oh, I have, actually. I have the ability to show you my wirework Christmas tree, and this isn't my mobile phone, by the way. That's just a figment of your imagination. Actually, let me just turn the brightness up on my phone so you can see it. It's not my phone. No, on this thing that's going to show you the picture. Right, this is work in progress, by the way. So this is as far as I've got so far. There we go. Have a little look. So at the moment, you see where I've used little metal, they're little bells actually, almost like little cat bells. Imagine I was using the multicoloured tiger's eye rounds instead of those little metal bells on my wirework Christmas tree. Yes, I might swap those little bells. Oh, I can't now because they're all on wire with the tiger's eye already. I could add them other places though. £11.95. That's 160 carats worth as well. Look at how wild the colours are as well. They go from one extreme to the other. So you've some which are like a lovely sort of honey tone. You've got some which are like a sort of deep cerise and sort of purple. You've got some that are blue, some that are fabulous greens. I mean, it's great Christmas colours. Great Christmas colours. Beautiful. And tiger's eye, no matter which colour you dye it, still keeps that lovely chatoyancy. I mean, because that's like a traditional yellow tiger's eye colour, isn't it, really? But then when you go to the purples and you go to the blues, oh, sorry, that's purple, isn't it, as well? Sorry, that's pinky and that's purpley, isn't it? Sorry, it's almost like I've gone colourblind. There are the greens, there are the blues. Well done. Oh, right, it's break time again. It's nearly the last hour. I know. Where's that gone? Anyway, right, okay, so you stay where you are because we have got recap on the coloured wire bundle. We've got the 3-part kit, more from Angela, more goodies. Just stay where you are, back here in 3.
We're very excited to welcome back the jewellery artist, designer and teacher Leslie Rajalski. Leslie is flying in straight from the USA to join us for our Seed Bead weekend and will be appearing on your screens this Saturday and Sunday from 9 AM. Along with our buying team, Leslie has designed some exclusive seed bead kits which she'll be demonstrating and sharing her invaluable hints and tips with you. The Jewellery Maker Seed Bead event this weekend.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today?
It couldn't be easier to buy from Jewellery Maker with all the information you need right there on screen, from the item code and the product description right down to the price. And whether you're buying at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So what are you waiting for? Simply telephone our free phone number or join us at JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
This December, join us each morning at 10 AM for our Christmas Advent deals. A new deal every day with Jewellery Maker this Christmas. Ho, ho, ho! I'd be an amazing Santa. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
Not yet though, because there's a lot of December still to do, which is good. We will And do you know what we'll say on January the 1st? Oh, I hope it's better than last year. We always say that, don't we?
Always,
On
yeah.
the first few days of January, we always say, oh, let's hope it's a better one than last year. Right, welcome back to the final hour of tonight's Late Show. It's lovely to have your company. It's Derek and Angela all the way through until 10 o'clock. We'll start with the star buy, which is this rather lovely popcorn chain in sterling silver. Oh, not been seen since May. Where have you been hiding? Where have you been since May? Been on your holidays? This is one where we're helping out Uncle Carl in the warehouse, who spots these little locations and then sends a message to the scheduling team saying, oi, oi, these are taking up room. And obviously we've got lots of new stock coming in for the new season. So we need to make room. So what we're going to do is make room by offering you a fabulous price tag. It's a popcorn chain, 51 centimetre, 20 inches in length. What does 140 mean, Becky? Or is that just an anomaly? Oh, don't know. That's not how many we've got, is it? No. Don't know what that means. Maybe that was a thing that used to happen in May. Who knows? 20 inches in length. And we are going to take it to, I think, a new low, a never been seen before price tag, a help Uncle Carl remove these from the warehouse, they're taking out room and new stock needs to come in kind of price tag. Seen them before at $14.95. Oh, okay, let's pretty much half that price, shall we? Why not? Remember, what's the gram weight on this one? Right, 2.2 grams. Remember me saying to you earlier, about 1.7 grams, roughly speaking, here at JM, is $9.95. So there you go. That is pretty much officially, I'm going to say unofficially, but officially I think that's a clearance price tag, don't you think? £7.95. How many do we have? Okay, we need them all to go. We've got a good quantity, so if you want to stock up. And the great thing about these popcorn chains is that they are just so strong. The strength in them, because it's unlike a link where you've got lots and lots of links which are linking together. You've got something completely different going on in a popcorn. Again, popcorns are... they're not completely smooth, yet the feel of them when you're wearing them is a completely smooth feel, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It looks very textured, but feels very smooth. And what I particularly love about these popcorn chains is we bring a lot of chains that are high shine finish.
Yes,
and
diamond
these,
cuts and the like.
And
yeah.
they're absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
But these are not as high shine.
Yeah.
Which is perfect because if you've got them in your collection, if you're selling or gifting, not everybody wants high shine. Some people like that sort of, that. I don't want to say matte because it's not matted, but it's not high shine.
No, I know what you mean. Yes.
So it's great to have different chains in your collection, and these will again can easily be used for unisex chains as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was just about to. If I may, I'm going to try it on. I'm going to have a little try on because, to be honest, it's probably not right for me because I'm only 5'3"3/4 wet through, but. For most guys, a 20-inch necklace is about right, isn't it? And the only thing I've got to do is just do the do. Actually, that was quite easy. Some of them are a real struggle. What do you think? Does it look all right?
That looks great. That looks great.
I don't have any necklaces at all. Actually, I do, but it's a curb. It's quite a big, not massive, but quite a big sort of curb necklace. Like the ones we used to wear in the 80s. Where it doesn't necessarily work now because we're in the... Oh, what are we in? Teenies? Is that what we call it now? The teenies? We are the oval teenies.
Or is it the noughties?
No, noughties was last, not century, last decade.
I'm a few years behind, I think. Catch you, Angela.
Have a look. It's nice, isn't it? And you're looking at £7.95, which I think is pretty good value for money, don't you? Well, listen, I have orders for 2s and for 3s and for 4s, and I've got people who are taking one who I know what's happening is they are upping their order. So actually first it tells me their name, and it just says their name on its own, and then suddenly it says their name with brackets and a number in it, which is higher than 1, which means that people are upping their order and thinking, oh no, actually, while they're $7.95, I think actually I might just grab a couple of those. Well done. We've got, I think we started off with 99, did we? Did we start off with 99 of these? Yeah. And we must be, I'm guessing, oh, okay, I was going to say more than halfway, but Becky's just reckoned the numbers. We've got about 15 left. Wowzers. That's pretty good. Well done, Claire, Mercedes, Collector in Berkshire, Dumfries and Galloway, well done. Actually, it looks like quite a lot of new people are coming in for the first time, actually. Looks like we've got some first-timers coming in. Well done. Well done, you. That is epic work. If that's your first order, brilliant. Well done. What a nice buy.
Yeah, I was also going to say that with this 20-inch, I think 20 is a great inch to have in your collection, because I know we do a lot of 16 and 18 inches, and again, if you're gifting or selling 20-inch, if you've got a beautiful pendant such as the amber that we had earlier, it's going to sit perfectly on the décolleté, usually around here, and for ladies that is a very good length, especially if, you know, this time of year you've got your little black dress and, you know, going to parties and stuff like that. 20-inch is a lovely length.
And 16 sometimes can just be a little bit...
Yeah, I can't wear a 16.
Can't breathe in a 16.
Yeah, I can't wear a 16, so 18, but 20 and longer is my preferred. So having them in your collection is going to give you those choices when you're gifting or selling.
Well done, everyone. Right, now, we're going to have to whiz through these at 90 miles an hour because we've actually got 3 kits. It's a 3-part kit tonight. I know. I know. Right. Let's start, actually, I'm just going to move that one over there just a second. We're going to start with this one. We are going to start with this one. This is a lovely kit. So in this one, we've got Swarovski bicones and hearts, and we have chain, and we have finding. Oh, marvellous. So we've got, we've got the findings kit, we've got the black onyx heart, which is a 30 by 29, so that's 70 carats on its own. Silver plated base metal findings kit. We've got the chain here, which is 50 centimetres silver plated brass oval. In the Swarovskis, we've got 48 of the Silver Night, sorry, I'm just trying to, jet black love heart beads, which are 8mm. Sorry, I'm just trying to read this now. And we've got Silver Night crystal bicones, both by Swarovski, 48 of those. So 48 of the Swarovski crystal bicones and 48 of the jet black love heart beads. Right, have to be careful how you say that. Right, okay, good. So, and the findings kit's really good actually because it's crimps and shepherd's hooks, it's toggle clasps, it's jump rings and head pins. And of course your ½ metre of chain. Nice. Lovely set to have. Really nice featured gemstone in it as well. £24.95. £24.95 for part 1 of that kit. Resource-wise, if you love your, we were just talking about party jewellery and your little black dress, you know, jewellery, that would be definite candidate for this one. For those people who love their Swarovskis, oh my word, I think quite potentially the biggest Swarovski I have ever seen. I've never seen anything like the size of this before.
Stunning. I love this.
Is huge. I mean, I've seen large Swarovskis like 30 by 20s, but this one is a what's the size? 40mm. 40mm, and you've got 2 of the smaller ones as well, which are 18 by 17. That's worth having. I'd have that, actually. Do you know, actually, Swarovski themselves in their stores always bring out Christmas decorations, don't they? They bring out their own. Every year they'll bring out, you know, arrange themselves. I'd actually, with some wire working, some very simple wire working, I'd be having that on the Christmas tree. And then telling everyone I knew, and anyone that would listen, that it was Swarovski, because it is. You know, there's no lies, no fibbing. This is a genuine Swarovski crystal. Oh, love it. You also get some wire. You get 10 meters of your 0.6 pearl coloured copper wire. Like that. You've got some cultured pearls in here as well. So you've got is that an 18 centimetre strand? 15 centimetre strand of white nuggets, 6 by 7 to 9 by 6. And then you have got a findings pack as well. So it's the same findings pack we've seen in the previous kit, actually. So you've got your 1/2 metre of chain, you've got your head pins, jump rings, crimp tubes, earring findings, and your toggle clasp as well. But it's all about this Swarovski for me. Do you know, I didn't think it would be. I thought it would be a lot more than the first kit.
I did.
I thought it'd be a lot more than the first kit. I think as well, let me just have a little test-a-rooney. If I put... No, that goes straight through. So, that's not the way to do it. Do it with do it the way you want to. Actually, you know that... I think, you know that popcorn chain that we just had? I actually think that might go through the drill hole. Just threaded. Oh, it does! If you just got that popcorn chain, you know the 20-inch popcorn chain, you might want to make a jump ring or, you know, add a jump ring, but it actually goes directly on to the popcorn chain. I see. Now, for that, I would put that straight on the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that would be a real feature on the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. I want to rush that home to my Christmas tree. Do you know, as well, if you were making, you could make a lovely brooch. I mean, it would be awfully, you know, statement as a brooch. I love what you've done there.
Oh, thank you.
And the pearls, those gold pearls, they're coming up. Are they shell pearls, actually? In
yes,
there? Yeah. So they're coming up in the third part of the kit. But do you not think £24.95?
I'd pay £24.95 just for that.
Of course you would.
Just for that alone.
That's amazing. That truly is amazing. When you... Oh, sorry. If I drop that down my shirt, look. Well, it's on its side at the moment because I've got it on a chain. Love it. Right, £24 and 95 pence. And that popcorn chain that we had actually goes through... Oh, it's not here anymore. Do you remember that charm necklace that we had? You know, the 27.95 Belcher one with the 9...
Yeah.
Love it. Sorry, get very carried away tonight. Right, third part of the kit. So this brings us those golden shell pearls, doesn't it? Brings those into play that Angela used with that whopping great big heart. I mean, you couldn't have had that kit sent to you without using that great big heart, could you?
Oh, I thought I'd gone to heaven when I got that.
I bet that was the first one you made, was it?
Yeah, love it, love it, love it.
Oh, now, so with this one, again, you've got Swarovskis, but this time you've got your shell pearls as well. So you have champagne shell pearls, which are 10mm round. You've got the Swarovski Truly in Love Heart Pendant Crystal Golden Shadow, 18mm. Thanks for giving it such an easy name. And you're also getting the bicone beads, which again are the Golden Shadow. We had some Golden Shadow earlier, didn't we? We had some Golden Shadow earlier. Was it in the 7 o'clock kit?
Yes.
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 Lovely. So you get a pack of 48 bicones. Oh, and some wire. Some gold-coloured, silver-plated copper wire. There's 10 metres of 0.4 and 10 metres of 0.6. So perfect weaving wires. Yeah,
and I've crocheted with the 0.4 wire necklace on the end.
Fabulous. Is that, oh, that's the one on the far left?
On the far end, yes.
Ooh,
so, you know, yeah, great for weaving, but great for knitting.
Yes.
Do knitted wire jewellery, and crochet wire jewellery is, you know, is very on trend too. So, yeah.
Fabulous. And I've learned a lot of lessons from lovely, lovely people who've been following my journey through wire working, who have said, make sure just show the wire who's boss.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all you need to do. It's all fine. So, how much is this one then? Ah, good, 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 good. So you can choose. I like the way we split this up, actually. I do like the way we split this up because you've got your, you know, your monochrome set, you've got your all about that big Swarovski heart set, and then you've got the golden set. And I really love that. So golden coloured wire, golden coloured bicones, champagne gold shell pearls. It's, you know, that's just brilliant, and that's the one we're looking at right now at 1995. That is brilliant. Okay, well, so it's a bit like a pick and mix actually. So you can kind of choose what you want to do. Ah, did you make that bail out of the 0.4 and the 0.6?
Yeah, so I used the pearl coloured wire and the gold coloured wire.
That's a good idea.
To create the bail, and also the bail on the earrings as well, the Swarovski earrings.
That's
I've created that very simple weave on that to create that bail. That's
very, very good. Can I? Would you just pass me that larger one, just so I can have a little closer look? That second one.
This one.
Yeah, with the one you made the bail. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So what I've done is a two-strand.
I like it.
Thank you. So it's 2 strands of the 0.6.
Yeah.
And then I've just done a very simple wrap weave. So 5 wraps, then one wrap over the 2 strands, and then back to 5 wraps, 1 over the 2 strands.
I like that.
And done all the way down, and it's created that bail.
Yes, beautiful. And it's got texture to it as well. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love that. It's gorgeous. Right, okay, what are you going to show us right now?
So, okay, so you can see why this kit for me is my absolute favourite. I absolutely love Swarovski. So I'm going to just show you this necklace.
I love that necklace.
Thank you.
It's along the same kind of vein looking as that bracelet with the tiger's eye.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what I've done, I've taken my 2 strands of my 0.6. The gold and the pearl colour wire, and on my 0.4 I've just stranded on my beads. And you know, you can use whatever combination of beads you want. I've just used some leftover Swarovski. So what I'm going to do is just sort of secure the end, because you don't want your beads falling off. So I've just sort of done a little twist on the end,
It takes enough willpower to darn things up in the first place sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So now I'm just going to straighten out my wire, and this, you know, there is no real technique to this. It's just go with the flow and just enjoy the process. Now, where's my round nose pliers gone? I had them here a minute ago.
Are they underneath your flush cutters there? No.
No. Oh, I do. I've got another pair in here. I do apologise. But they were here. I think they've gone for a walk. But
There's
here we
some
go.
here. There's some of the. Oh, okay.
I've got some
them.
here.
Right.
Okay. So I do apologise about that. So what I've done, I've got my 3 strands together, and about 2 or 3 inches down, I've just put my round nose pliers in, and I'm just going to create these hooks on the top of the piece.
Oh, right. So for the ends, for the chains
for the ends.
to.
Okay, so all I'm going to do is a very simple wrapped loop.
Yeah.
Okay, so go over once, over twice. Okay, and then now I can just snip off that excess. Now, I will say, I am not a wire worker, and, you know, I openly admit that wire work is not my thing. So if I can create this, you can too. You know, it's very, very simple, but you can get some beautiful looks and designs. So what I've done, I'm now just sliding up my first bead, just on the end. I'm going to put my plier in. I'm going to put my plier in just about half an inch along my strand, and I'm just going to take my wire and I'm just going to coil it over like so. Take my wire out my pliers out, sorry. And I'm going to push my next bead up. And then I'm just going to, with my fingers, I'm just going to create my design. So I'm just going to fold the wire over, twisting it around that bead, around this, the bead again, like so. Okay, and just back down. Do another swirl, like so. Doesn't matter if your wires come a little bit loose, you can just push them together. And then I'm just going to slide another bead along. Hold your bead in place, and then again, just wrap your wire around. This time I'm going to go twist it over, like so. Bring my wire down, and then push another bead along. So it's very free form, and you decide which way you want to go, or, you know, let the wire decide for you which way to flow with it.
Yeah.
And again, round my bead, like so. And then for extra strength, I'm just going to bring it back round the previous bead. Go whichever direction you want. You could even go through these loops, bringing them down, like so. And as you work more with the wire, it starts to, I mean, if you feel that, it starts to feel much firmer.
Yeah, it's quite bizarre, because when you're working with it, you're thinking, it's never going to hold, so I get a shape that I want, it's never going to stay there. And you're right, as you work with it more, it strengthens, doesn't it?
It does. So again, I've pushed up another bead. I'm just holding it between my fingers.
Did you load the beads in any kind of sequence?
No,
So
just very random.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, but I just like that free-flowing random pattern, because it's going to flow with the randomness of the design. Yeah. So again, holding it there, I'm just going to wrap it over, twist my wire over my bead, bring it down, push another bead along, and you would just continue doing this in whatever pattern, whatever style you want, until you got the length that you desire. In this one, I've put some pearls and also some of the black hearts that we had.
Oh yeah, in the first kit we showed you. Yeah.
Okay, so again, and just to finish off, so if you imagine we got now to the very end of our design. So just going to snip that off. So if you imagine now we've got to the very end of our design, all you would do is again put your pliers in, create your wrapped loop, like so, snip your ends, straighten your ends out, and there you go. So you could turn that into a pendant, or the feature on the bracelet, or if it was shorter, into earrings. So, you know, it's free-flowing, you can't go wrong. I say, I'm not a wire worker, and I openly admit that.
Let's have a little look.
But, you know, anybody can do that.
It's a very simple technique, but it's very, very effective, especially when you're showing off something like your, oh, now look. You can see against skin tone. I mean, that would be lovely. Centerpiece for a bracelet, maybe. You know, again, just mould it into shape. You could actually make, lovely mummy Claire MacDonald has shown me once how to make a like a brooch pin on the back.
Yeah.
And then that could be a brooch, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
You could put some ultra suede on the back of it if you wanted it to pop from that.
Yeah. So you don't have to, you know. As jewellery makers, sometimes we're afraid of trying new techniques or new materials, new mediums, and I always say have a go, because you don't need any skill to do that other than just allowing the wire to let you go in the direction that you want to go.
Becky, have you still got, Kerry, should I say, have you still got that picture that we took earlier of my wirework bracelet? Because I was making along with Laura binding on Sunday. It's okay, I've got it on my phone here. We've got, oh, actually, I think Ben's going to come in and find it. Ben's going to come in and find it. We did a make along on Sunday night on a bracelet technique, which was similar but different and using different beads and gemstones, and I think we're just about to find the picture. If not, I've got it here on my phone, it's fine. I can show you. It is here. This is not my phone, by the way. This is a figment of your imagination. This is not my mobile phone. Let's have a little look, shall we, in just a second. And it's a very, very similar technique.
Yeah.
And it's really, really effective because, again, you say you're not a wire worker, but you have experience, and I'm not a wire worker. I've only recently really kind of got started with it. And I've managed to create it along a similar kind of line, more of an open design and a slightly different technique.
And a different gauge. You've used a thicker gauge. Yeah.
But it's great.
But it's great
fun.
It is. It's great. And, you know, what you can create is fantastic. And also, I have to say, you know, I love Swarovski, and I was so overjoyed when we introduced Swarovski here. And I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's absolutely fine. Not everything is, and everything can't be loved by everybody. But for me personally, love it. If you're selling your work as well, I always say to people, you've got to sell what your customers want. And a lot of people love Swarovski. I have a friend, and she travels up, well, before I knew her, but she told me that she travelled up from London every year for the past 14 years, from London to the Birmingham and Frankfurt German market in Birmingham to buy a Swarovski bracelet from a man who was selling them in the market. And she's got a big collection of these bracelets.
Every year.
Yeah, I mean, well, she's got a house in Birmingham, but she spends a lot of time in London. And I know my mum, you know, God bless her, wherever she is, if she was here, she would be after that necklace and that bracelet. She absolutely loves Swarovski. So, yeah, you know, it's great for all your different mediums, but if you're selling and you want to get those sales, you can't always make what you like and what you prefer. You've got to be thinking about your customer and what your customer wants to buy.
Let me just show you. Sorry, I know you're trying to get a little glimpse of this, which is that big Swarovski heart crystal.
Stunning. And, you know, we often talk about showstoppers.
Yeah, oh my word.
If that's not a showstopper,
understatement.
I don't know what is. And having that in prime position on your stall with lights hitting it, that is going to attract so much attention, and getting people over to your stall is the first step in getting that sale, and something like that heart is going to do that. So yeah, you know, for me, I love to embrace lots of different mediums, and you know, if you are thinking of selling, then I encourage you to do that. Just give it a try.
One other thing I'll just say, you know, the small section that that Angela made here as well, and I learnt the same making the bracelet, which is a similar style, albeit, you know, different elements, is if you look at the finished piece and you think, oh no, actually it just needs a couple more of this and that, you can weave in another wire very, very easily, maybe a different tone. I mean, I wove into mine, I think we were using gold coloured and antique bronze as well. And weave in anything else you like. Again, remember, use the designer's ideas as your inspiration, and then just let your mind and your materials in front of you tell you what you fancy doing.
Absolutely. So, like, if you would say your client loved purple, you could weave some of that purple wire that we had in the bundle in earlier, or
I'm
the
going
green.
to remind you of that, actually, in a wee while,
and it's so easy to do that because the design is so free-form and free-flowing. You can just go in through all these little loops and wrap it around, and, you know, so that's the great thing with designs like that.
It's fabulous, it really is. Listen, we could sit here talking all night, but we've got some other business business to do. So come on, you and I go for a little wander. I'll be back before we say goodnight. And we have got. I've got to bring the chair with me, haven't I? Oh yes. Oh, I'm an old man now, you see. If you didn't get hold of that wonderful coloured wire bundle, because I read comments, just the genesis of this, by the way, is I read some comments on the Facebook page today before I came in, because I always have a little look up. And people said, oh, coloured wire bundle, brilliant, but I don't want anything else with it. I just want the coloured wire. So, well, quite frankly, Becky went all the way to the top, and I went, you know, a couple of places behind, and we said, right, let's see what we can do. So we only have 9 of these remaining, by the way. This is the sea green, so you get 10 metres of 0.4 and 10 metres of 0.8 in the sea green, and you also get 10 metres of 0.8 and 10 metres of 1 mil in that lovely lilac, all for. It was meant to be $15.95 as well. I don't know how. I really have no idea how we managed to get $12.95. So they all need to be gone because there needs to be no trace that this ever happened. Because yeah, hashtag we're in trouble. Oh no, we can't do hashtag we're in trouble because that's another one of those. Hashtag naughty Becky. But that's all right. It's good. It's a good thing. It's a good naughty. It's Christmas. We can't be naughty at Christmas. When can we be? Look at that. That is brilliant. £12.95. But we're in single figures. We are literally now with that in single figures. We did start with a fair few of those, but most of them have, you know, long since gone. We're down to single figures, I think, of those available. So grab that now while you can. Stormy Seas, we've called it. I'm thinking a little bit more Fantasy Castle, Alison Tarry. If you're thinking, if you've got that DVD, those wires would be fantastic for that, for doing the lovely turrets. I'll see you on that DVD as well, if you're if that's on the way to you, that Castle DVD. I'll see you on it. Yes, I will. I had the great pleasure. In fact, it's a double. It's a double. So if you want a nice Christmas gift, Alison and I can keep you company for a good couple of hours there. Right, now then, some coated labradorite. Again goes with so many of the purples that we've had tonight. Again goes with the lilac wire beautifully. In fact, goes with both colours of the wire, if you think about it, in that bundle. Nice, nice, nice. We'll go nicely with the what do we call these beads again, Becky? Cali beads, that's it. Sorry, I'm still getting the name into my head because we had these sets of Cali beads. I think, have they all sold out now? Oh, we still got some. Cali beads are like super duos, but even more super because they have 3 drill holes. I'll recap those because you get 400 for a ridiculous price. So 90 carats of this coated labradorite, amazing colour play as well, isn't it? You know, just that's just your Christmas tree without the lights having to be on, isn't it?
Definitely. I mean, I would also put those with the golden shadow Swarovski crystals that we've got, just to get that even more of that sparkle. Love it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Love it. Now, isn't it funny? Because in that daylight view, it looks very different, doesn't it? Almost looks like a more silvery kind of tone to it. But here it's very much, with my own 2 eyes, in the light that we have here in the studio, I would say think blackcurrant purple as the backdrop. Do you know what I mean? I know you're getting a lovely sort of golden lustre from it, but it's backdrop colour. Maybe if I take this off the black mat, you can see. Does that now look? Yeah. Now does that look very purpley to you? Yes, because that's what it is. It is purpley. It's gorgeous actually. So it's very different. If you have already your coated labradorite with more of sort of silvery or a titanium coating, this is very, very different. In fact, you might have the coated Spinel, which is a little bit more silvery on that black background. This is a purple background, which we don't associate with labradorite at all, really, do we? You know, purple and labradorite, no, they're opposite ends of the spectrum, really, aren't they? $8.95. Nice, very festive as well. Very festive. I'm feeling very festive. Are you? I've bought mince pies already. Got to be done, isn't it? Got to be done. I bought Christmas pudding already, that's all sorted. I'm surprised that I haven't got the sprouts on a low light yet. You know what I mean? £8.95. Grab these now while you can. There are some little heart spaces. Let's do those. They're in sterling silver as well, I do believe. Sorry, I just threw that over there like it didn't matter. It does matter. Is this a zircon strand, Becky, as well, that we've got here? Is that a zircon strand? It's like a mega. Oh, is it hesonite garnet? See, I naturally thought, because I've never had that gemstone at Jewellery Maker. I've seen it before, but I've never had it. Okay, through drilled. Oh, stand back, protective goggles, everyone. This could end up anywhere. Through drilled, top to bottom, sterling silver, spacer beads. Very nice. It's a lot of silver as well. Do you want to have a little look at the, let me show you try and show you the size of the drill hole. Oh no, sorry, it's not top to bottom, I beg your pardon, it's left to right. So it's east to west. Oh, there you go, you can see it on the recording there. Yes, so it is left to right, my apologies. I thought it was top to bottom. Very nice. Nice for creating maybe charm bracelets, possibly. Like a slide along kind of affair. That would be quite nice. Beautiful. And you could do this very, very simply, Angela, as well, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know what size the drill hole is, but I imagine you could put...
I think your...
could be
a
chain.
Could be a 0.6. Let's see if I've got some 0.6 here. 0.4.
I was thinking about the chain that we had earlier, whether it could go through, because just one of those on a very fine trace chain is so on trend at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would look beautifully beautiful.
Oh, do you know what? Your 0.8, because I've just taken one of the coloured 0.8s. In fact, I'll show you, Ben. Sorry, I know it's a bit highfalutin and a bit all over the place, but look. So it's going to look a little odd, but so your 0.8 will go through the drill hole. You might not choose to use the light, or actually, it looks pretty nice. It's quite nice. Yeah. There you go. Nice. I think we should always have some wire next to us so we can have a little play. That's only just because I've started playing with wire work or doing wire work. I love it. Oh, we need a price for these, don't we? We need a... Oh. Did we took the graphics off and forgot to give the price. Sorry, Becky. Was that my fault? There you go. £5.95. There you go. That's good. So that's just over £1 each, isn't it? It's about £1.20 each, isn't it? That's not bad going, considering what you pay for a single sterling silver charm to add to your collection.
Yeah, and the nice thing is they've got the 925 stamp on there as well. So again, you know, proof of your metal, the metal type. Yes. If you're gifting or selling, yeah. And you know what? I do think if you've got your stamping kit, I do think if you've got the smaller letters, I think you could probably do an initial, couldn't you? Yeah, definitely.
Or if you've got the engraving pen that I keep hearing rumour of, I need to find out more about that. Maybe I should stop talking about it and go and seek it out, find it. But I'm sure there has been an engraving tool.
There's been an engraving tool which you could use for wood and leather. It's like, yeah, sort of like, but I'm not sure if you could use it on metal and silver. I'm sure you probably could, but I couldn't confirm that. I'm sure someone will let us know. I've just done a search on our website for the word engraving and nothing is there. So
but I'm sure I heard rumour of it. It might just be something that I've just heard. £5.95. Well done. Oh, right. Okay. And moving swiftly on to this. Now this has the potential of being a real humdinger of a deal, let me tell you. It's a star buy. I'm going to do my lilac wire thing again, because I think my 1 mil might just go through here. Oh, not quite a 1 mil, but let's try our 0.8 again, shall we? Get told off. Oh. That's a 1 mil wire. I'll have to have that now. Darn, there's a shame. Right. Yeah, right, so your 0.8. Now again, look, your 0.8 lilac wire through these spaces. Hello, nice combination, forget the kink. Do you know what I mean? You'll have to imagine the kink out of the way. There you go, that would work. You could get a few of these together on the backdrop of that lilac wire, or the other one, the sea green one as well, if you manage to get it. Really nice. They're quite substantial as well. So up to around about a 0.8 wire. Oh, was it? The engraver tool was on today. Oh, is it called engraver? And does that would that engrave silver as well? Okay, it'll be on today's show deals if you're looking on the web, by the way. So these little spaces here, they're like almost like little they're almost like little silver courgettes, but with a nice, even, you know, perfect show quality courgettes. You know, in same size. Good, aren't they? I like that. Right, I'm going to go and find that engraver tool now. Do a bit more research. I will do that. We've had a lot of products on this evening, by the way. If you want to have a little... Oh, okay, Gabrielle's been in touch and she said it is perfect for metal, the engraver tool. I thought I'd... Oh, there it is. Beadsmith micro engraver tool with LED spotlight. Ah. Oh, so it's like a pen almost. That looks good. I'll let you go and investigate that. And if you look on the mid-show, it was on the mid-show, so I'm sure you'll be able to scroll through. What's the word for... Scrubbing, I think, is the modern word, isn't it, for forwarding and reversing through an online video. I think it's called scrubbing. You know, back in the day when it was only VHS. I heard on the radio today, by the way, bizarrely, random fact, that VHS cassette tapes apparently can't be recycled. There's no way of recycling them. That's bizarre. Most people have still got a player though, haven't they? Or you can buy them, can't you, off of those auction sites and things like that. Although Betamax was higher quality, wasn't it? For taping off the telly. For videos. Have you got a video collection, Angela? No?
I haven't got a video, haven't got DVD.
Oh, have you not?
No, we just watch it on there, you know, as it comes on, or on Netflix or something like that.
Other streaming services are available. But that's the one that instantly comes to most people's minds, isn't it? That's what, they're just so clever, these things, aren't they? If you think that you used to run down to the video shop and look through a very, very limited selection, and then the film that you wanted, the case was there for it. You took to the counter and went, oh no, actually that's out. What? What? You got 6 copies of it? Oh no, they're all out. You know, if a film was really, really popular, even if your video shop had 20 copies of it, you'd literally have to camp out, wouldn't you? And wait for someone to bring it back, post it through the letterbox, wasn't it? At Blockbuster, other video stores were available, because I think Blockbuster is another Woolies, isn't it? It was.
It feels like that was millions of years ago.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's only probably about 10, 15 years ago.
Saturday night, you'd go in for your DVD or your video or whatever. You'd have your popcorn and you'd pick up a bit of ice cream, and you probably, if you went in as a group of you, some would go to the games corner, wouldn't they? Some would go to the DVD. Mind you, you had to remember to take them back, didn't you? That's the only thing. You had to remember to take them back. Oh, no. Even though you could post it through their letterbox, practically, you'd still have to make the effort to go there, wouldn't you? Right, what should we do now? No, there isn't. Unless they're so small, I can't see them. No, not there, sorry. I've got little rose gold doodahs. Okay, let's recap. These are my favourite. I love these. These are Cali beads, which I hadn't heard of until this afternoon. Cali beads are like super duos, but instead of 2 holes, they have 3. 3 drill holes. They're brilliant. Really, really good. 4 different colours. One of which is called black apricot. I'd call it more aubergine. You've got the gold, the crystal, and the violet opal, which is very, very opalescent as well. In fact, I'll just pick one up and show you in profile, just so you can see. Okay, we only have 12 sets of these. They were so popular this afternoon, earlier this evening, should I say. We only have 12 sets left. And you're getting 400 in total. So you get 100 of each colour. 3 drill holes. Hubba. $14.95. They are brilliant. Really, really good. And remember, you have, the 4 different colours. Oop. Hey, now we've got 399. So you've got the crystal white. You've got that lovely, what we're calling apricot black, which is like a mystic. Then you've got the gold. Thank you, my darling. And then you've got these violet opal, which are very opalescent indeed. Gorgeous, aren't they?
They're lovely. I just think that, you know, if you're into seed beading or thinking about, you know, trying out some seed beads, these are going to just bring new dimension to your work.
Yeah.
Open up opportunities in terms of designs. So I think they're great. I particularly love the 2 colours in the centre. Love those. Yeah, that gold is really, really striking. It's almost like bullion gold. It's beautiful. It's almost like, is it golden obsidian? Yeah. Yeah. That's gorgeous. And again, let's have a look at the whole stash that you get, because look, this is great. Because you have to imagine these sat on your beading mat. You got 100 of each of them. They're going to go an awful long way. And actually, in the centre of flowers, as we saw on one of Patty McCourt's pieces earlier, it only takes 4 or 5 for the centre of a flower, and it builds so quickly. And you only use 4 or 5 at a time, and you can get a big flower. You know what it's like if you're using your 11s, your 15s, even if you're going up to 8s and your 6s, it takes a long time to build up the centre of a flower, doesn't it, before you've really got going. 5 Cali beads, and remember, you're only going through drill hole number 1 to do the centre of that. You have 3 drill holes in each one of those Cali beads. I know, I can see the sense in them completely and utterly. Well done. Well done. So, how many do we have left? Okay, single figures of those sets available. That is it. Congratulations. If you $14.95 as well. So you know that's great for seed beads. It's great for, you know, 1 or 2 tubes of seed beads, but that's brilliant. Should we do that hessonite garnet? Shall we? Oh yes, spacer beads. Now these are. Oh, these are. Oh, now what they lack in size, they make up for in texture. Oh, it's like a game of operation, this. Look. Okay, last seen in August. So the diamond cut spacer beads, in fact, what I might do... Oh yes, you can see them. Yes, that's it. So you can see their texture.
Now that on a mirrored surface, beautiful. Fiddle factor jewellery. Spacer beads which are going to catch the light beautifully. That circle technique you did earlier, imagine that on, you know those...
Oh, in the first kit? Or...
Yeah, no, well the technique you used in the...
Oh, with the wire?
This, yeah.
Yeah.
You could do that with your beading thread. With these, couldn't you? Make little circles from them.
Yes.
And then you could suspend them from that station necklace that we had earlier.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you know, things like these are absolutely essential, in my opinion, for the stash.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's going to make your gemstones go that little bit further.
Yeah.
If you're using a gemstone that, as say, like the Chrysocolla that we had earlier, and you want a little bit of sparkle in it, these are going to be perfect.
Yeah.
They're, you know, great fillers, but also if you just want to have that luxury sterling silver bracelet, these is, you know, all the way through would be perfect.
And can I just say for a quick moment, wah 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 wah. Sorry. That's irritating at 5 to 10 in the evening, isn't it? Stop it, you buffoon. Yes, good, fair point.
Yeah,
fair point, Kerry, actually. That's irritating at any hour of the day.
At that price, getting a few of these in your stash, they're always going to come in handy, always.
Yeah, absolutely. There are people multi buying on these, and you just would, wouldn't you? So if they're 2.5 millimeters each, times 20, oh dear, I always have this problem. 2.5 millimeters times 10 is 2.5 centimeters, isn't it? Times 2, 5 centimeters end to end. Okay, for $2.95. Oh, that was worth doing the mental maths for, wasn't it? I mean, this is like primary maths, isn't it? $2.95. $2.95. Squeeze in. Actually, I'd rather squeeze in this little chain. Do you mind? Can we? Because it's a belcher, isn't it? Or we sometimes call them Rolo. Do, 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 do. There you go. This is nice. Is this another 20 as well? Yeah, it is. So a belcher chain gives you that that same kind of look, smaller gauge, remember, than that station bracelet that we necklace that we had earlier. It's set with a lobster claw clasp, which is rather nice. Like it. Very nice. You can get in there as well, and I don't know whether you would or whether you wouldn't, but actually I think your beading needle could go through there. Do you know what I mean? I'm all into, because I've done this on my wirework Christmas tree as well, is I've worked some seed beading into my wirework Christmas tree, and I love it. I love it. Time has beaten us, folks. Time has beaten us. Let's go for a little walk under the moon of love. Look at that. I look like I'm moving faster than I am. Angela, my darling, thank you. What a lovely evening.
Yeah, it's been great. I always enjoy working with you.
I love working with you as well. When are you back, my love?
On the 15th. I'm not sure what date it is, but it's late.
It's very close, that camera, isn't it? Couldn't be any closer. It's up our left nostril.
See all my lines and my wrinkles.
I think I'm back on next Wednesday's Late Show, and I think Ben's really enjoying where that camera is right now. Up close and personal. Thanks for your company as always. See you very, very soon from both of us.
Description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre.